What do I always tell you guys? There is never a dull day as a Nebraska fan. And you know what's funny? We ended the live stream last night and I was going to bed and I was thinking, I always think about, the videos that I got coming up for the weekend for next week. And I was thinking, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about on Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I of course had my video that I posted this morning talking about the transfer portal, but I was thinking last night, I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to post unless there's breaking news. Well, it turns out we've had a lot to talk about, to say the least. I got my wish. So it started off today, the big headline, it was supposed to be about the bowl game, about us playing Las Vegas Bowl against Utah, and we'll definitely talk about that throughout this live stream. And then the big news, it was announced Nebraska has fired offensive line coach Donovan. Raiola. We hired Jeep Wade. All the rumors right now with Dylan Raiola, what's going on with the DC search, all the rumors right now with the portal, which of course we're going to get a lot of movement on Monday. So we're going to talk about all of them. I'm not going to hold back. You guys know how it is in the live streams. We're pretty unfiltered. We talk about what's actually going on, right? Because there's a lot to unfold. There's a lot there. So let's start off with Donovan Raiola. Everybody hit the like button on the stream, by the way. Everybody let me know where you're tuned in from. Let's start off with Donovan Raiola. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I had a hunch. This was going to happen. I told you guys for weeks now that this was the expectation that I'll reveal this now that it's official, but Donovan was basically telling people for a while now that he felt like he was not going to be in Lincoln after this year. We know that the relationship with him and Matt Rhule has been souring for some time. We know that a couple other coaches within the offensive coaching staff, they got more involved with the offensive line. That's why it improved in the final 4 games of the season. We know that Donovan Raiola's wife was kind of telling people as well that they don't expect to be living in Lincoln too much longer. So that's why I was pretty adamant over these past couple weeks. I was telling you guys, I don't know when this is going to happen. There are some connections with Dylan, but this was the first domino. Dominic and his future and it being this uncertain, that's what, allowed Dane to decommit. That's what allowed Dylan to potentially go to the transport. That's what allowed his entire family started getting mad at Matt Rhule. So this was the first domino to fall. This has been set in stone for a long time now. I think that was a misconception. People are like, well, we made this decision today and we hired somebody this quick. How did that happen? Well, that's not the case. Matt Rhule knew for some time that Donovan would be fired, right? He had his mind made up probably after that USC ball game. And he was interviewing candidates this week. We had some rumblings about John Garrison in Lincoln. That was the case. John Garrison was in Lincoln. We interviewed him. Of course, we did in fact interview Jeep Wade also in Lincoln. We interviewed a couple other guys, and they said, you know what, Jeep Wade is the best for this team. They probably got confirmation today about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock that Jeep Wade was all in. That's when they fired Donovan Raiola, and that's why Jeep Wade was signed just a couple hours later. So, all right, that's kind of what happened there. But overall, is it a good move? Is it a bad move? I mean, I'm thrilled about it. I'm not going to lie to you. And I always want to say this, like, it's not personal to Donovan. I actually think Donovan's a good dude. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Donovan. But, again, this is a business. This is a results-oriented business. And it doesn't matter how good of a guy you are if you can't produce, especially on the offensive line. I mean, this is Nebraska football, for crying out loud. This is Nebraska football. We are built in the trenches. We're built on the offensive line and the defensive line. If you can't produce, if you can't develop, you can't do your job, and we've given him ample opportunities. I mean, this isn't his first year. This isn't his second year. This is his 4th year. He's the only coach that was retained by Matt Rhule from Scott Frost. So he's had ample opportunity to make this at least a decent offensive line. I was never asking for it to be elite, but at least decent. And when they go out there against Minnesota, who does not have a very good defensive line, by the way, Minnesota's defensive line coach just got canned. That's hilarious how they have an awful defensive line, but we made them look like the 85 Bears. Anyways, we gave 9 sacks to Minnesota. We got exploited against Penn State, exploited versus Iowa. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Matt Rhule knew after that ball game it was over for him. It was over because in year 4 we just can't make excuses. Okay, there's no development from some of these younger guys, right? Grant Bricks is never getting better. Preston Tomo is never getting better. I mean, some of even the veterans aren't even getting any better, right? Like Turner Corcoran has never improved in 4 years under Donovan Raiola. You could argue Turner Corcoran's best season was his second year with Nebraska. Teddy Prohaska, you could argue his best season was his true freshman year at Nebraska before Donovan came in here. So Donovan has never made any player better since he got here, okay? Again, you either loved him or you hated him. The only thing I'll say about Donovan is he's a good recruiter, and I do think there's some significant recruiting implications that are going to hurt Nebraska because of this move. That's the only thing, okay? There are some serious recruiting implications that will hurt the 27 class in more ways than you know. That's the only thing. Even though I do think Jeep Wade's a good recruiter, and we'll talk about that more in the future throughout this live stream. But at the end of the day, it's not even about recruiting. I told you guys before, like, if we have a really good wide receiver coach who's a good recruiter, I would rather have a good recruiter than a good developer at the wide receiver spot or the running back spot or the DB spot. But the offensive line, I'd much rather have a good developer, much rather. Because it doesn't matter how good of a recruit you are, you need some development on the offensive line. If you're a really good wide receiver recruit, you don't need much development. You're going to come in here and play right away, right? Like the Jacory Barnes of the world, the Jeremiah Smith of the world, the Ryan Williams. But the offensive line, it's development. If you can't develop anybody at Nebraska, okay, this is not Northwestern, this is Purdue, this is Nebraska. You got to leave. So let me just start off by saying this. Donovan Raiola's tenure here started based on nepotism, based on trying to get Dylan here. The only reason we kept him here is because we wanted to keep Dylan here. The only reason why he wasn't fired last year is because we were worried that Dylan was going to transfer if that happened. And at this point, Matt Rhule said, you know what, screw it. We don't care if Dylan leaves. He might leave anyways. We're just going to get rid of Donovan anyways and get rid of this Raiola deep state. Matt Rhule's sick and tired of it. He's sick and tired of being held hostage. So once again, Matt Rhule is finally making these tough decisions. He's finally saying, you know what? I understand that the perception right now is that I can't fire coaches, I can't fire DCs, I can't fire OCs, I can't fire positional coaches. I'm going to get rid of that narrative. So I respect Matt Rhule for that. I don't respect Matt Rhule for keeping Donovan here in the first place because he was severely unqualified. I'm mad at Matt Rhule for keeping him here going into year 4 because let's be real. Donovan Raiola actively sabotaged our year 3 success. Year 3, not year 4. If we had a good offensive line this season, we probably would have won 10 games. And that falls on Matt Rhule, not Donnie, because Matt Rhule had an opportunity to fire him a long time ago and he didn't do it. But it's always the right time to make the right decision. Or I forget the correct phrase for that, but it's always the right time to make the right decision. And you know, he's late on this decision, but he said, you know what, enough's enough. We got to get rid of Donovan Raiola. So again, I wish Donovan the best of luck. Donovan's not going to go anywhere. Like, I mean, who's going to hire Donovan at this point, right? And I hate to say this, but again, he's not a good coach. He might go back to the NFL and be an assistant coach, but he's not going to go to a college program. So really, really unfortunate for him. But again, he's had ample opportunities to turn this room around. He hasn't done it, right? And again, he has not developed anybody. These guys look completely unprepared. They look gassed. They look small. They look unathletic. The only good thing I can say about him is the recruiting. That's about it. But I will say this. I think some people were a little bit unfair to Donovan, and this is where I'll get some pushback. Donovan was not the worst coach on the staff this year. He really wasn't. I know everybody wanted him gone, and granted, it's a good decision we got rid of him. But if I had a list of like the worst coaches on Nebraska and the reason why we only won 7 games rather than 10, Donovan would probably be 4th. He'd probably be 4th, really. Honestly, if you guys want the truth. I mean, maybe third. But I know for a fact there's 2 coaches ahead of him. One of which is our D-line offensive line coach, another which is a coordinator, who may or may not still be employed here. And one of those guys is not leaving for sure, but I do think we'll have a new defensive line coach when it's all said and done. So, again, wish Donnie the best of luck, though. Wish him the best of luck. As for our brand new offensive line coach, we hired Jeep Wade about 30 minutes later. I was recording a video about something different. I saw it on my phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to switch this up. I'm thrilled with the hire. I mean, it's really solid. This is somebody in Jeep Wade who's been all around college football. He's most recently at Georgia Tech, done a really good job over there. Let's pull up really quick his qualifications. I'll share my screen with you guys. Yeah, so Jeep Wade, again, at Georgia Tech for 3 seasons. I mean, he did a heck of a job, right? Right now, they've only given up 9 sacks this season. They're top 10 in sacks, top 10 in rushing, top 10 all these statistics, thanks to him. He's at App State, at Georgia Southern. I mean, he's been like in a million different destinations. Now, the only con you can say about this guy is that he's really has no Big Ten experience, really, and he doesn't really have any Power 4 experience. And I think that's granted. However, I really, really like this candidate or this hire, I should say. He's our new offensive line coach, because he's been in different destinations over and over again. He knows how to rebuild offensive lines quick. Okay, and let me make this very clear. That's the expectation. Okay, Jeep Wade does not get any time. Okay, I don't want to hear next August, let's say the offensive line struggles the first 3 weeks of the season. I don't want to hear, oh, he just needs time. No, it is a crucial year 4. We are bringing in Jeep Wade to change this offensive line now and to bring it to being top 40, top 30 now. There is no time to wait around for this offensive line. It is a make it or break it year 4. And if this offensive line stinks, we're not going to make a bowl game and Matt Rhule's going to be canned. So that's the expectation. The expectation is now. Okay, it's reasonable to do that. But some people say that's not reasonable. It is. With the transfer portal, with the talent that we already have, with the resources we have, we can easily bring this offensive line, I believe, to be at least top 40 in 1 year. I do believe that. And this is somebody with a track record of doing it. Again, he changed Georgia Southern's in 1 year. He changed App State's in 1 year. Okay, so I know a lot of people wanted a big time offensive line coach who has a million years of experience, has been maybe at like Wisconsin for 10 years or Iowa for 10 years. Well, the thing that would not be great about that hire, even though the track record's great, is that if we hired a coach like that, they don't know how to, they forgot how to rebuild. They forgot the process because they've been in a certain job for so long. By getting somebody who's been in a million different stops, he knows this. He's been dealing with this for a long time. Now, people will argue, well, maybe Jeep Wade will leave us. Like his track record says, he might go to greener pastures if he turns around our offensive line. That's valid. Don't get me wrong, that's valid. He might leave, you never know. But heck, I love that outcome. That's a good outcome, in my opinion. If he changes our offensive line, makes it top 20 in America and leaves, he can leave and I'll pay him extra money to leave. That's awesome. Because he changed our offensive line and we could bring in a new offensive line coach to continue that. I just need somebody to change it, right? To bring it back to where it needs to be. I don't need a long-term offensive line coach. Just rebuild it and rebuild it quick because there's no time for messing around here. And he's going to bring up some dudes with him. I think he's going to bring at least one Georgia Tech transfer. He's a great recruiter. Every single person I've talked to today from Georgia Tech, they all really like this guy. They say they've done a good job. Everybody rallies around him. So this seems like a home run hire. I know some people wanted John Garrison. John Garrison would have been a good hire, but it should be noted that we interviewed John Garrison. Okay. So Matt Rhule decided, you know what, we're going to go in this guy's direction. I think it was honestly Dane's decision. I think Dane decided. And I'm going to trust Dane on that one. Even though Dane has not done a good job in Nebraska so far, I'm going to trust Dane. And he got Jeep Wade, who I think from a resume standpoint is about as good as it gets. So pretty solid there. That's the news around the offensive line. We'll talk about them more extensively as the live stream progresses. Now let's get to the defensive coordinator spots. Oh, before I get into my next segment, I want to address the super chat. Again, you guys want to comment right instantly, put in a super chat. Delphic Chaos, thank you for the super chat. He says, I am hecka excited to see what comes with Wade. Georgia Tech players through the portals and future recruits who have been targeted by Wade. I agree. Again, he's going to bring some dudes with him. I think he's going to bring at least one. And then we're going to get some studs in the portal. Maybe not from Georgia Tech, but some other ACC transfers, some SEC transfers. And also, I forgot to mention this. I haven't mentioned this yet. It was just announced that Jeep Wade is going to be our coach in the bowl game. So he's going to get here probably on Monday and he's going to start coaching ASAP. Our first bowl practice, Jeep Wade's going to be part of it. So he's hitting the ground running. That's the way to do it. Okay. You need to start coaching right now to get familiar with this roster, get familiar with this team, and in order to attack the portal, because we need this guy to get familiar with Lincoln. So when January 2nd hits, when we start to recruit these guys, he knows what he's doing. So it's important that we made this happen as quick as possible. That's exactly what we did. So really, really happy with the hire. And again, hopefully you're bringing some studs. Because at the end of the day, X and O's, they matter. Development matters, but it also matters about the Jimmies and Joes. Okay. It also matters about the Jimmies and Joes. But thank you for the super chat. If you guys want to comment, instantly put in a super chat. All right, let's get to the defensive coordinator situation. Again, this will be our 9 o'clock video tomorrow, so stay out for that. So I don't want to reveal too much. That it will be spoiled in my video for tomorrow morning. But just know, again, Vince Karras is off the table. So basically, and this, I will tell you, this is all for a fact. So there's no debating what I'm about to tell you. This is all for a fact. We know that Vince Karras was in Lincoln this morning. He was interviewed either this morning or late last night. We know that for a fact he was a top 3 Nebraska defensive coordinator candidate. It sounded like the interview went very well. There was an offer on the table for him to become Nebraska's next defensive coordinator. However, Vince Karras asked for one thing. He asked to bring his current DB coach alongside him to Nebraska. And Matt Rhule declined. And he said, you know what? That's a non-negotiable. Although I really like Nebraska, I want to be your next defense coordinator. I'm going to go elsewhere. And then right after, while he was in Lincoln, I think right after the interview, he was still in Lincoln. He accepted the Syracuse job. Syracuse jumped in last night and snagged him away when they found out that he was in Nebraska for an interview. And also he's bringing alongside his DB coach with him. So that's what happened there with Vince Karras. Not a big fan of that, to be honest with you. The fact that Matt Rhule kind of shot down his assistant. Like, I get it. We already have a great DB coach in Ass Williams, but you're telling me you couldn't bring along his DB coach in some fashion, maybe have him coach safeties or something? I don't know. That doesn't really make much sense to me. But again, Matt Rhule, I'm gonna trust his judgment. Actually, I don't even know if I want to trust Matt Rhule's judgment. He's not really had any good judgment since he got hired here. He hired Tony White. He hired John Butler. So I don't even know if I trust him with this DC hire. But you know what? Vince Karras off the board, goes to Syracuse. I know some people are celebrating this. Some people are like, well, we're going to get somebody better. We're going to get Jim Leonard. We're going to get Jim Knowles. We'll see. Again, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but is that really realistic? That's my question to you. Okay, who is the most realistic candidate in your eyes who's better than Vince Karras? I don't think you're going to find any. Okay, like Leonard's a candidate. I think there's a possibility. I'm not saying it's zero, but is he more realistic? I don't think so. So I get to all people celebrating the Vince Karras off the board. I don't get it. I thought he was a really good candidate. I think he's going to go kill it over there at Syracuse. It is what it is. I mean, this is sport nowadays. It's a sport. But again, we'll have that update tomorrow morning. But just know, I'll give you one thing, Jeff Collins. I'll give you one hint, Jeff Collins. That's what I'm hearing right now. We'll get back to DC. If you guys have any questions, we'll talk about that as the live stream progresses. All right, talking about Dylan Raiola, we'll have a video that comes out about him tomorrow again as well. But yeah, I mean, today's news doesn't really change much. It changes kind of nothing. We already knew this, guys. We already knew Donovan was going. I mean, there's some people who maybe thought Donovan was going to stay, but I think everybody knew that Matt Rhule was going to make the decision. Donovan was going to go. And I think everybody in a heart of hearts knows that Dylan's gone with him. Okay, this kind of seals the deal. It's the final nail in the coffin, right? The family has made it abundantly clear to Matt Rhule that if Donovan leaves, Dylan's going to leave too. They've made that abundantly clear. Okay, the only reason why Dylan came here in the first place is because of Donovan. So you could argue that Donovan has sabotaged Dylan's career. You could argue that. And I'm not going to disagree with you. But the point still stands that they are very tight. Family is everything within the Raiolas. Okay, you do not fire his uncle and have Dylan return. So I honestly think that Matt Rhule said, you know what, screw this. Dylan's already on the way out. We're going to get rid of Donovan. Dayton's gone as well. We're just going to get rid of this Raiola deep state and we're going to move on. And I think, again, I fully expect us to get news very quickly here. Again, we'll have a big time update talking about it, but I'm expecting Monday, Tuesday, sometime next week. We'll know pretty quickly because, again, we'll see if he shows up for the bowl practice. Even though he's not going to play, he's expected to be there for the bowl practice. If he's not there, it says a lot, right? It says a lot. But again, we'll discuss it tomorrow a little bit more. And didn't Dylan have 6 carry-on bags? Yeah, he had 6. I misphrased it. He had 6 check bags. He had 6 check bags. I think he had like 2 or 3 carry-ons. But Dylan Raiola moved out of his apartment. What was it? Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday? He moved out of his apartment and he's again back in Buford right now with his family. I have a couple. I don't want to reveal one of my sources, but I got somebody down there in Buford who's holding it down, who's good friends with the Raiola family down there in Buford. So I'm getting a lot of updates from my guy over there, seeing what's going on with Dylan. But again, I told you guys, I pretty confident it's gonna happen. You can never speak in guarantees in this industry. You can never speak in guarantees when it comes to Nebraska football because again, it's so unpredictable. But it is about as guaranteed as it gets. About as guaranteed as it gets, folks. But again, we'll talk about that when the time comes. Super chat here, from H321. Again, if you guys want your comment read instantly, put in a super chat. He says Jacory is going to fade out if he leaves like Jamari. I don't know if I agree with that. Again, did Jacory have the season that people wanted? No. Jacory fell short of the expectations. Absolutely he did, particularly because of his route running. But you could argue that's because Dylan didn't play his best football. You could argue that's because of the inconsistency with Dane Holgorsen. You could argue that's because of TJ Lateef coming over, right? So there's just a lot of variables there. Again, Jacory didn't play very well, but I think if he's going to get interest. He's already getting interest from big-time schools. And if he's going to transfer to an SEC school, he's going to be dominant. I really do believe that. I think Jacory has upside to be a first-round pick. I believe that to this very day. So, again, there's a lot of rumors right now that Jacory's going to be gone. We'll see how much substance is behind that. Again, the rumors have picked up. Again, I've been trying to see what's going on here. The players aren't aware about it. Like I've been texting a couple players. The players don't know for a fact Jacory's leaving or he's going. And I also want to make this very clear. Like a lot of people think the players know everything. The players know nothing. The players know absolutely, like, it's actually kind of shocking how little the players know. Like some players know a couple bits. Like if a player's like best friends with their player, they'll know like if a guy's going to enter the portal. But again, none of the players know what's going on with Dylan. None of the players have any idea what's going on in the defensive coordinator search. They're in the dark. I had a player reach out to me last night after my live stream, and he asked me what I knew about who's going to be the next defensive coordinator. He's the current defensive lineman on the team. None of the players know anything. They're in the dark. So I think sometimes there's a misconception and people are like, well, the players must know. The players know nothing. I don't even know if the coaching staff knows a lot outside of Matt Rhule and Dane Holgorsen, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But I said all that to say this: the team does not know if Jacory is going to say or going to leave. We're going to probably find out on Monday whether or not he shows up for the bowl practice. That's going to be very, very significant, very, very significant when it comes to his future. So yeah, I do think probably more likely than not Jacory's gone. But again, you never know. You just never know at this point, man. You never know. All right, let's talk about the Utah game real quick. Because, again, that was supposed to be the big headline today. Okay, we'll get back to the comment section. After this segment, we'll start getting to the comments, what you guys have to say about all the rumors right now, the transfers, the offensive line. I'll get to the comment section, so get your comments ready. But let's talk about Utah, guys. Because, again, we were supposed to be talking about Utah pretty much all day today. And then Nobody cares anymore because we're discussing other things, right? But again, we're playing a 10-2 football team in 3 weeks. We're playing a 10-2 football team in 3 weeks in Las Vegas. There are gonna be more Utah fans there than Nebraska fans. Maybe in Kyle Whittingham's last game, guys. I don't want to be Mr. Pessimist here. You guys know me. I'm usually optimistic when it comes to Nebraska football. I pick Nebraska to win most weeks, but oh my gosh, how are we gonna win this football game, guys? How are we gonna win this football game? Now, the only reason why we made this good of a bowl game is because of our fan base, because they know we're going to bring ratings. But man, we're going up against one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in America, Devin Dampier, stud running back in Wayshawn Parker, stud offensive line, stud defense, and defense that could take the ball away as well. Let's see how many interceptions they have this year. They have 14 interceptions. Let's see how many forced fumbles they have this year. They have 4 forced fumbles. Let's see how many sacks they have this year. They have somebody in John Henry Daly who has 12 sacks, only as a sophomore. Oh my, dude. And I will tell you this right now. I'll tell you this right now for a fact around Utah. This will be, and it's not even close, the best team we played this year. Does that not scare anybody else? Okay, Utah by far is better than Michigan. Utah by far is better than USC. And we really haven't played anybody good besides those teams. So, man, we were going to play a tough team regardless. I thought if we played Missouri, we could have beat Missouri. But, man, and we might have Marcus Davila go out there to be a starter. TJ might not even play. Dude, we're going to go 7-6 again. We're really going to go 7-6 again, aren't we, guys? We're going to go 7-6, 7-6. Oh, that's so bad. To not win a single extra game in the big year 3 jump is a huge joke. That's a huge joke. With our easy schedule. We had a harder schedule last year, and what we did last year would probably be a bigger accomplishment than what we did this year. All right, that's talk around Utah. Crazy, man. Just crazy. Okay, let's get to the comment section, guys. What you guys have to say? We're going to go for a long time tonight, talking about literally everything, man. Talking about literally everything. I'll take your questions about what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on with the DC stuff. Let's discuss it, guys. Let's discuss it. All right, let's get into it. My man Nickel, he says, Wilcox needs to be interviewed. He might already been interviewed. You never know. But I will say this about Justin Wilcox, Oregon. It's going to be Oregon. I'm really, really confident it's going to be Oregon because they just lost their DC, Tosh Lupoi. So I do believe it's going to be Oregon for him. So I don't think it's going to come to Nebraska. Utah's going to crush Nebraska. What's to talk about? Yeah. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. I'm going to be in Vegas, but no way am I wearing red or going to the game. It's going to be ugly. Dude, it's just so bad that we have this opinion about our bowl game. Bowl games are supposed to be fun. We're going to be just dreading this bowl game. We're going to be dreading it. We better hope they get some opt-outs or something. We better hope. They get some opt-outs. We better hope, man. They aren't by far better than Michigan or USC. They are. They are by far better than Michigan or USC. For reference, Utah played UCLA. They beat them by like 50 points. USC played UCLA, and it was almost a tie ball game at halftime. So Utah's way better than USC. That's not even up for debate. I would argue they're also way better than Michigan. Michigan has not been a good football team the past 2 months. They're barely skating by all these teams. They got blown up by Ohio State. I don't think Michigan's even a top 25 team. Utah's a playoff. They were a playoff dark horse all year long. They probably got snuffed in the playoffs. I think Utah is still a better team than BYU, even though BYU beat them. So, and again, you look at Utah's schedule. They have beat every single team they've played badly. They've blown out every single team they've played, except for losing to BYU and Texas Tech, who played in the Big 12 championship today. It says a lot. Let's get back into it. Everybody hit that like button on the stream. Let's get to 150 likes. I'm a Georgia Tech fan and grad. Jeff Collins is a disaster. Search rec talk Jeff Collins. Yeah, again, we'll talk about tomorrow. We'll talk about tomorrow on the channel. But again, I expect him to be a very, 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 very big candidate. I think there's already some smoke. He's been interviewed. My dad says, chance to beat a ranked team. We can do it. He also says it's a bowl game. Lesser teams beat good teams all the time. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, that's the thing about bowl games. It's unpredictable, right? Every single year we're watching bowl games, and some schmuck Big 12 team will beat an SEC team, or an ACC team will beat a Big 10 team. You really never know with bowl games because, again, there's so many variables. There's a month. It's basically a month out of the season. There's opt-outs. There's coaching. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Nebraska wins, but I don't even want to see that spread, Dad. I don't want to see that spread. I bet it's Utah by 17, maybe. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. My man Go Big Rule, he says, Wilson, who are your top 5 guys you'd take in the portal as of right now, who are currently in the portal? I'm gonna go with Nick Marsh, number 1. Yeah, Nick Marsh, number 1. I'd go with my guy Grant Seagram, bring him back, number 2. Number 3, Boo Carter at Tennessee at DB. Number 4, give me the Monmouth edge rusher we talked about today. What was his name? Lamont something. Lamont. And then number 5, give me the UNT, the North Texas running back about to enter the portal. Give me that. Those are my 5 right there. Give me my 5. And give me the Western Carolina quarterback if Dylan leaves. That's my 6. That's my 6. Just get the Jacory the ball will win. Man, you might have to get ready for a backup plan if Jacory leaves. You might have to think of a little different profile, man. You never know. A 7-5 team playing in conference championship is embarrassing. Yeah, it is, man. And they're winning the game, funny enough. That's how bad the ACC is, dude. The ACC is a joke. I'm watching my local news is on right now, and they're reporting on Donovan Raiola being fired, and that's on KTV. They got the KTV broadcast talking about Donovan Raiola. This is national. This is statewide news. They interrupted the ACC championship game on ABC through KTV to publicize this. Some anchors talking about. That's absolutely unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I cannot believe that. Any Dylan Edwards smoke? Not that I've heard of. I think Dylan Edwards is a hard pass. Hard pass. He's talented, but he's a head case. And with some players who are head cases, like I'll take on the risk just because they're super talented. Edwards is talented, but he's not a world beater. He's not an Emmett. He's not a 1,000-yard rusher. He's somebody who's me over the team. So I just don't really want to put up with that. I mean, if he was a stud, if he was like a top 10 running back in America, I'd take him. But nah. Josh, he says, I'd like to take Carlin Jones in the portal. I would too. We'll see. There's some smoke there, but there's also some smoke he doesn't like Nebraska because when he decommitted, like some fans were mean to him or something. I don't remember. That's what he said though. So you just never know, man. You never know. The Gamer says best Nebraska YouTuber. I appreciate that, man. We've been working hard today, dude. Well, this is like my 6th video today. I did 5 videos in a live stream. Hey, man, I love it though. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. I love days like this, man. Did Matt Rule not like Nebraska or did Matt Rule not like Nebraska or did Vince not like Matt Rule? I think you meant did Vince not like Nebraska or did Vince not like Matt Rule? No, again, Vince left to go and got hired by Syracuse because we did not want him to bring his DB coach alongside him. That's what happened. Okay, he liked Nebraska, but that was kind of an ultimatum for him. We said, hey, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Have any updates on how TJ is recovering? Not right now. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I'll make a couple calls to the TJ camp. You guys probably don't know who that is, but I'll make a call and we'll see. And we'll have an update at some point this week. But again, I would not be shocked if he doesn't play. I think it might be Marcus Davila. Now, honestly, and I want your input on this, guys. If you're Nebraska, who do you start in the bowl game? Do you start Davila or do you start Gramstad? Gramstad's arguably the better quarterback. You could argue that. But Gramstad's gone after this year. Or you could start Davila. Davila could be a stud, and you could have a real quarterback battle between him and TJ next year. Or you could risk him playing well and transferring out. I don't know. It's a very complex situation what we're going to do the bowl game if TJ can't go. But again, with those hamstrings, right, you don't want to mess with that. You do not want to mess with a hamstring. I know it's going to be a month from Iowa to the bowl game, but still, bowl game, that takes a lot of time, right? Quinten Ives was out for 2 months because of his hamstring. Okay, even if it's a strain, it takes a lot of time. Byfield Racing again for the super chat. You guys want to comment, instantly put in a super chat. My man Byfield Racing, he says, no, Utah is not really better than any Big Ten team we've lost to. Subpar Big 12 teams without Texas Tech. The Big 12 would be the ACC. I don't know what you're really getting at here. No, the Big 12 is the Big 12 is a lot better than the ACC. Okay, BYU, Texas Tech, and Utah are all better than any team in the ACC. There's not a team in the ACC better than any three of those squads, by the way. I would argue Arizona State's better than all those. Also, Utah is better than USC. Utah is better than Michigan. Don't kid yourself. Don't fool yourself. I know we're all right now. We're all like trying to hide this fact that Utah is really good. We're trying to give ourselves optimism that maybe we can win that football game. No, Utah's the toughest team we'll play all year. I don't even think it's close, man. I don't even think it's close. What's the news with Jim Leonard? There's some smoke, man. There's some smoke. He's in Lincoln right now. There's some smoke. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how valid that is, but it's flight tracker season, and people have been tracking flights. And there was a private jet that went to Denver and then went back to Lincoln yesterday night. So you never know, man. You never know. My mom taught Ben Bramer in preschool, and I don't think he wants to come back to Nebraska. I don't know if I buy that, because I mean, he's a Nebraska kid. He loves the state. He grew up a Nebraska fan. The only reason why he decommitted and went over to Iowa State is because we fired Scott Frost and the entire coaching staff. So I don't know how much I agree with that. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Does your mom have an inside scoop? Is your mom close to him still? I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't talk with Ben Bramer on the regular, but. Or is it Brahmer or Bramer? I think it's Bramer. I don't know. Utah is flat out a great team. The freshman quarterback's insanely good. Yeah, they got some dudes. It's gonna be a really tough game. It's gonna be kind of depressing, honestly. I think we can play them close, though. I do think that. Love you, Wilson. Today's been crazy for football. It has been, Nathan. It has been crazy, man. Has been crazy. Hey, let me know about the Las Vegas Bowl, though. I'll look at flights a little bit. The problem, I don't know if I'll go to Las Vegas Bowl, though, just because, again, it's going to be 2 days later the portal opens up, so I got to get back home quickly to cover that. So we don't know. People are saying Davila. Yeah, I would start Davila too, honestly. I would too. Heinrich Haarberg, no. Play the best quarterback to give us a chance to win the bowl game. I mean, that's a good point, Tim, but also, I mean, I have no confidence in Jalyn Gramstad beating Utah. Zero confidence. You could argue Jalyn Gramstad is the more technical quarterback. You could argue he knows the playbook better. You could argue, again, that he knows the scheme better. I would agree with you probably. However, we've talked about this in the past. Jalyn Gramstad is not the type of quarterback to beat any team with a pulse. Jalyn Gramstad is the type of guy who can probably beat like a group of 5 team, but Gramstad doesn't do anything special. Okay, he's a 5'10" Russell Wilson type of build quarterback who has a kind of a noodle arm, who can't throw the ball over 40 yards. And again, he's never played for good reason. His accuracy is really suspect too. So I don't know. Again, Davila has a lot of issues as well. Davila is far ways away. I don't know if Davila knows the entire playbook, but still, man, I think Davila gives us a bigger opportunity to win. Even though I think Davila's ceiling is higher, but I also think his floor is a lot lower, if that makes sense. Are we too negative about Dylan? I mean, what's there to be negative about? I don't even. He's put this on himself at this point. Like, I understand that. I think maybe I was a little bit too negative on Dylan during the season. I was really disappointed with his performance. But right now, I don't think you can be too negative about Dylan. He's had ample opportunities to shut down the rumors, to shut down, hey, I'm coming back to Nebraska, and he hasn't. Because, again, he's not come back to Nebraska, or he doesn't have his mind made up. I mean, they're shopping him behind the scenes. So, I mean, you can have whatever opinion you want about Dylan. You can think he's good, you can think he's bad, you can think he's somewhere else in between, but I think the majority of Nebraska fans are all on the same page that we're tired of being played. We're tired of the rumors. We're tired of speculation. We're tired of the drama. That's a silver line we can all agree on. Can Vince's coach do the D-line? No, probably not. No. Start Heinrich at quarterback. Who cares? We'll get blown out. Yeah, no. If Heinrich starts, we're going to lose by 70, man. We're going to lose by 70. Wilson, does this mean Rule has cut ties with the Raiola family? again, I still think the door's open for Dylan. Like, if Dylan wants to come back, Matt Rule will allow him to come back, right? Matt Rule did not call up Dylan earlier today and say, hey, you can't come back. That's not the case. But I don't think it's Matt Rule wants it back. Dylan probably doesn't want to come back now. I don't think the family wants to be part of this anymore. Especially after saying the entire fan base celebrate his uncle leaving. Yeah, I don't think I think, honestly, Dom's having some sort of way. I told you guys this. Like, Dom's not loyal to Nebraska. He's not. I know he's a Nebraska legend. He's not loyal to us. This is somebody who picked Ohio. He's the one who orchestrated all this. It wasn't Dylan. He's the one who's telling Dylan, hey, you might not want to go to Nebraska next year. He's the one who told Dylan, hey, commit to Ohio State, commit to Georgia. Dom's not loyal to us, and I like Dom, and I'm not gonna tell Dom how to coach or how to parent his son. I'm not gonna tell him that. I think Dom's probably a really good parent. I think so. But I will say Dom's not loyal to Nebraska. I don't blame Dom if he's telling Dylan to go elsewhere. I think that might be in his best interest, but still, he ain't loyal here. He ain't loyal. Dylan might be loyal, but Dom definitely isn't. How does anyone think we will stand a chance against Utah in a bowl? Yeah. I don't think anybody does, to be honest with you, Ross. I don't know if you've met some people who say that, but I don't know. I don't think anybody. I think everybody kind of saw it and was like, oh no. Bringing Kingsbury and Jim Knowles. Again, Jim Knowles is a possibility. Kingsbury, no. Kingsbury's not leaving my Commanders. He ain't leaving my Commanders. Why would Kingsbury go from being the offensive coordinator in the NFL with Jaden Daniels to go to Nebraska? Why would that happen? I don't know. Are we going to 5-star running back in the portal? We got to see who enters the portal, man. We got to see. David Sanders Jr., undecided about Georgia Tech lean blue chip. David Sanders Jr. David Sanders is a current tackle with Tennessee. So I don't know what you're talking about here, Delphic. Unless there's a different David Sanders Jr. that's also an offensive tackle. Is there a different David Sanders? Is there a different David Sanders out there? Let me look this up real quick. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. David Sanders is currently Tennessee. So you must be talking about somebody else. Because I remember covering David Sanders extensively. If Leonard was in Lincoln interviewing right now, Sipple or Callahan would have reported on it, just as they did with Carries or Very. Hold on. With what do you say varies with Vince Karras? Well, that's not the case. Sipple did report that, but I want to make it very known that WilsonDittman Sports reported that Vince Karras was in Lincoln first on his Twitter account. I want to make that very clear. Also, Janet, that's not true because John Garrison was in Lincoln this weekend. Or excuse me, earlier this week, and Sipple never reported it. We also know that Georgia Tech's offensive line coach we now hired, I'm always forgetting his name, even though we just hired Jeep. It was Jeep Way. Jeep Way was in Lincoln, I believe, on Thursday, getting interviewed. So no, they would have not reported on it because they've missed out on a bunch of other guys who've been in here. Okay, Sipple does not know everything. He has some sources. He doesn't know everything. Same with Callahan, right? So again. Yeah, no, that's not. I don't agree with that. If Leonard might be in Lincoln, he might not be, but that, by Sipple not reporting on it doesn't really mean much. Okay, because they missed out on a bunch of guys who were already in here. You said all year the Big 12's trash. How is the third best Big 12 team far superior to the fourth or fifth Big 10 team? You know, you got me there. Valid. I mean, the Big 12 was better than what I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. I was very shocked with BYU's performance this year. I thought Texas Tech was overrated going into the year. So you got me. But I will say this: Big 12, the depth of the Big 12 is garbage. Like the Kansas of the world, the Arizona States, the Kansas, the UFC, the UCFs, not very good. The top end talent's good though. The Utahs, the BYU's, the Texas Techs. So, who are you predicting will land as DC? Man. I don't even know if I have a prediction, man. It's just I think my only prediction is that it's going to be somebody who nobody knows. That's I know we don't want Jim Leonard or Jim Knowles. My prediction is going to be some random. It's going to be some random. That's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be some random. Same way John Butler is kind of a random. So Ellis Robinson, early Wade Gem, speedy edge guy. Is this guy putting like chat GBT stuff in my chat? Is this even real? Ellis Robinson. Let me look at this guy. Is Ellis Robinson a real player? Ellis Robinson is not a real player. He's currently one of the best corners at Georgia. I'm not even gonna read this guy's comments anymore. He's putting on fake players. He's like, Nebraska's going after this player. That's, well, nope. Nope. If Jacory transfers, who should I change his account to? Jamarion Parker. Actually, the GOAT DJ Singleton, Team Barber, changed it to him. Changed it to DJ Singleton. Imagine being a Utah fan being bummed about not making the playoffs and then you find you're playing Nebraska. Oh, they're mad. I don't know if you guys have seen the Utah forums. They're mad. They do not want to play Nebraska because they consider it a joke. They consider us a joke. So we should use that as motivation, man. Use that as motivation. With the Raiola family leaving, Nebraska football improves dramatically. If you look at all the other NU sports, they're all doing well except for football. This is a good change. You're not wrong. I mean, basketball's doing well. Women's basketball's doing well. Baseball kind of doing well. Not wrong. But, I mean, we'll see. Just watch some Davila highlights. He throws a nice pass. I agree with you. But, again, that was 2 years ago, right? We know he got the arm talent. Down got the arm talent, too. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Deeper than that. Commanders are trash. My Commanders are pretty trash. This year we're trash, but we're tanking on purpose. We're tanking on purpose. We made the NFC Championship game last year. Want to make that very clear. Put some respect in my Commander's name. Is the Big Ten crew refereeing the bowl game? No, it'll be an unbiased crew. Won't it be? It won't be probably like an SEC squad. Or I don't think so. I don't think it'll be Big 12. I don't think it'll be Big 12. Do you think Wade will improve our offensive line to be decent in the bowl? And will we hire a DC before the bowl? To your first comments, no, I don't think he's going to improve the offensive line in one game. I mean, he may be maybe a little better, but what can he do in 3 weeks? Like our offensive line is not good. It's not going to be rapidly improved in 3 weeks. Again, there might be a little bit of a noticeable difference, but it's not going to be a world beater. Like we go up against one of the best defensive lines in America in Utah. So I don't, and also if our offensive line stinks the bed, I don't want to see people going at our new offensive line coach. Like what's he supposed to do, right? What's he supposed to do? As for who we're going to hire, will we hire a DC before the bowl? I think so. I'm pretty confident. I think we'll hire a DC in these next 2 weeks. I'd say by next Saturday we'll hire a DC because they absolutely want to get one done. So he's set in place going into the portal. So would you be disappointed with Jeff Collins' hire? I would be. Okay, my man. One of my guys over there who gives me some info, he says that our new offensive line coach, Jeep Wade, I keep forgetting Jeep Wade's name, it went down to Nebraska and South Carolina. Nebraska won the bidding war. Wade made around $500,000 at Georgia Tech this past season. He agreed to a Nebraska deal worth $1.5 million. He's going to get paid around $750,000 per year. Take that for what it's worth. One of my guys over there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Do you think we go after Texas Tech DC Wilson? No. Why would he leave Texas Tech? That's a really good job. They're literally a national championship worthy team. If he leaves, he's going to go be head coach. So, yeah. Delphic Toast, thank you for the super chat, my man. If you guys want to comment, instantly put a super chat. By the way, everybody hit the like button on the stream. Delphic, he says, just keeping you on your toes, man. Not like you haven't been busy enough to trip up today. Love your videos and got me more into stats again. I appreciate you, Delphic. I appreciate it, man. I don't know if you were hacked by AI there, but like every single player you put in the chat, it was like a player who's either with another squad or in the NFL. And I'm like, what? Yeah. So that's funny. I want your opinion. How many players do you think will snack from Georgia Tech? I think at least one. I don't know if it'll be a bunch. I don't think it'll be 3, but I at least one. We might land the guy who just entered the portal. We might. There's a chance. But we'll land one. And if we do land one, it's going to be an offensive lineman. We're not going to land like a random, like a running back or something. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching the Big Ten championship game a little bit on my screen over here, and it reminds me of when we played Wisconsin in 2012. It's the same. It's basically the same uniforms as what that game was, red on red. Every time I look over there, it's like I'm watching that game over and over again. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. My mind somehow is Nebraska versus Utah being a close one. I think it will be. I think Nebraska will cover the spread. I think we'll cover the spread. It'll be closer than people are giving it credit for. I think. What happened to the Omaha, Nebraska, or what happened to the Omaha, Nebraska running back pipeline? Well, we haven't really had too many good running backs coming up Omaha recently. That's the problem, right? We have one in the 27 class really liking Kaylon Handy. I hope we land him, but yeah, I mean, like as for the past decade, there really hasn't been any coming out of Omaha or the state in general. So, oh my gosh. This is funny. The secret to knowing who the next coach will be in Nebraska is to have a friend that works at cable TV. if Sid Coach has signed up for cable, bingo, that's a new coach. Yeah, that's the funny joke that always goes around. That I found out from my cable installer that this is gonna be the next coach. That's how people used to find out back in the day. That's funny. No, that's a pretty well known joke. I was joking with my. I was also joking about the bowl game with my grandpa. I texted my grandpa this afternoon and I said, it's confirmed Nebraska's made the Gotham Bowl. It's Miami. It's confirmed. We're going to the Gotham Bowl. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Unfortunately, I feel like even the coordinator and assistant coach changes that will be the writing on the wall for Rule. I'll predict he'll be fired by the end of 26. I mean, we'll see how badly we are in 26, right? I mean, if we stink in 26, we stink. If we barely make a bowl game, if we win 5 games, we win 4 games, it might be tough for us to keep him. But I think if we go 6-6, we'll keep him. I really do. Because we really made a bad decision extending him. I mean, that was evident at the time. It's evident now, you know. And again, I told you guys in yesterday's live stream, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of Troy Dane. I think Troy Dane made a weak move. I think as an athletic director, you need to be strong, you need to be confident, and you need to make decisions not based off panicking, but because a coach or a player deserves it. Okay, and Troy Dane panicked. He's panicked, and he has made multiple mistakes since he got here. He lied about the Tennessee series. He was too much of a. I'm trying to find the word I want to use. He was a pansy. So Troy Dane said, you know what, we're not even going to play Tennessee anymore. They got rid of that game. We ended up playing Bowling Green next year. And they're like, oh, we're doing it because of stadium renovations. Well, they canceled the stadium renovation like a month later, so you lied to everybody's faces. By the way, they're hiking up ticket prices every single year because Troy Dane loves to do that. I'm not a Troy Dane guy. I think he's a joke. I'm not going to lie. I think he's a joke. He was a bad hire to begin with. He's somebody he doesn't fit this Nebraska culture. And I was a big Alberts guy. I think Trev Alberts did a better job than people are giving him credit for. He really did. He really did. And I know he left in a horrific fashion, right? But Trev did a lot of good stuff here. And I respect him for leaving because the only reason why he left is because he thought they were greener passionate at Texas A&M. And he's not wrong. He's greener passionate at Texas A&M. He's definitely not wrong. You know? And there are some huge issues with the Board Regions here too. But I'm not a Troy Dane guy. He made a weak move extending Matt Rule. Weak. That's going to hurt this program for years if Matt Rule stinks. And I still believe in Matt Rule, but there was a lot more bad that could come to that contract extension than any good. A lot more bad than good. A lot more bad than good. Utah weaknesses. I haven't really dove into it just yet. I've watched them a little bit play this year. They don't have a phenomenal receiver core. That's really about it, man. They got solid secondary, solid trenches. I mean, they're a really good team, man. They're a really good team. They're a really good team. Braden will be gone tomorrow. No. He'll be gone when we get to bring in a new DC. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. When is Terry Braden getting fired? Yeah, after we get a new DC, I think he'll be fired. After we get a new DC. Danny Busby was our interim DC. Or, yeah, that'd be, hey, man, she's killing it. She might win a natty this year. Addison Williams with DC promotion seems likely. I don't think so. I heard a rumor that Raiola signed an NIL deal with the U of Miami through a friend who lives in Coral Gables. Have you heard anything? No, I've not heard that. I've heard Miami's name come up multiple times, but sign an NIL agreement. I don't think so. They wouldn't have done that. He would have signed an NIL agreement when he enters the portal. So I don't know. I mean, you can feel free to text me on Instagram up there. Follow me on Instagram. And everybody, by the way, feel free to text me on Instagram, text me on Twitter. Let me know if you have any details behind that. But I don't know if I buy that. I don't know if I buy that. But I have heard Miami's name come up. Sure, I have heard that. I feel Troy's done a good job. Glad he extended the rule. We need a good coach to build this thing as rules that. Again, I still believe in Matt Rule a little bit, but again, there's a lot more cons that could come for that extension than pros. Okay. And if, again, we have a very tough schedule next year, we might go 5-7 next year and be unable to fire Matt Rule because it is impossible to fire him with that buyout. Really, if we fire Matt Rule after next season, he will be, I think, a top 5 buyout of all time. You heard me correctly. And it's a very, very, very real possibility we go 5-7 with how tough our schedule is. So we got to improve this roster quick, man. My understanding is Dylan is under contract with NIL at NU, so he can't accept a new one at a different school. That's not the case. He could. There are loopholes. Thank you for the super chat. Dylan, if you guys want to cover, instantly put in the super chat. He says WilsonDittman for DC. Hey, maybe, man. I got as many rank wins as Matt Rule. Whenever people go at me, I'll say, you know what? I got as many rank wins as Matt Rule. So you can't say anything. Maybe. Hey, man. We've been cycling out bad coaches for a decade, and we all see the improvements Rule is making. Wilson has too many opinions sometimes. Again, I'm not disputing. I'm higher on Matt Rule than most people. Let's start off by saying this. But again, the extension was bad because there are more cons that come from it than pros. Okay, he was already under contract till 2030. It wasn't like his contract was expiring. We made it because we were nervous Penn State was going to take him away. Okay, you should not operate in business like that. You should not operate in business because you're scared. Okay, you should operate and extend people because they deserve it. Matt Rule objectively did not deserve an extension. He's done okay since he got here, but he has not exceeded expectations. It's basically the Scott Frank extension 2.0, man. 2.0. Hold on. Duke's up 14-10. 3rd and 3 goal line. Run up the middle. Ooh, they're short. It's going to be about 4th down and 1. It's going to be a 4th down and 1. Let's not forget Trev Alberts was from Iowa. Alberts is a Nebraska legend. You do not disrespect my GOAT. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even mad about Trev Alberts anymore. I'm not mad about it. I know everybody hates him, but Texas Trev. You guys ever seen that, like the Donald Trump edit where it's like Donald Trump was like talking about Texas Trev? It was fake. It was AI, but it was like Texas Trev went over. It's the funniest thing. It was the funniest thing. I'll pull it up. Hold on. Let's find this. Hold on. It was so funny. Let me find this. I forgot who posted it. Oh, here we go. There we go. Let's play this.
Trev Alberts, Tiny Trevor Alberts. I got a lot of nicknames for that guy. Many people are saying Little Trevor Alberts, Benedict Alberts. He'll stab you in the back. He's a slippery guy, they say. He's not with us, is he? I call him Texas Trev. Folks, see, he makes bad deals, nasty and unfair deals. He used to be a big, beautiful linebacker, a great corn husker, got a lot of sacks, big sacks, all the.
That's an all-timer. I don't want to make this stream political, but that was funny. That was one of my favorite videos at the time. Okay, nobody make the chat political here, please. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, guys. That's all it was. I thought it was funny. I made a mistake. Don't make it political. I just thought it was funny, guys. I don't have any opinions either way. I just thought it was funny. I mean, a man can't have a laugh nowadays. A man can't find something funny. A man can't have a laugh. Vince Karras for head coach. Will we fire Rule? What do you think, Wilson? No. No, sir. Do you think we totally whiffed on Toledo, DC? again, we had an offer, but again, the whole situation was we wanted him. He wanted to bring he wanted to bring the DB coach alongside him. We said no. He said, okay, I'm going to go to Syracuse. That was the whole deal. Nothing more, nothing less. Ferentz will unfortunately be there in 26. Yeah, that's what it said. Every year it's like we think Ferentz is going to retire and he never does. I'm waiting for that man to retire. I'm waiting for that man to retire. An 8-5 team might go to college football playoff. Let that sink in. Duke is not going to playoffs. Duke is not going to playoffs. If they win this football game, they're cooked. I mean, they're going to make a bowl game, but the ACC won't be represented. Delphic, he says, I think Wilson is nicer than 90% of the fan base, myself included. That's why I enjoy watching you. That in the way you analyze both sides make me your favorite. It makes you my favorite Nebraska YouTuber. I appreciate the Delphic. I appreciate that. I'd like to think I'm nice. Some people would disagree. I like to think I don't know. I care though. I really care about this team, man. I really, really care. I love this team. That's why I got so passionate when we lost to Iowa. I was really angry because I love this team, man. I love this team. Appreciate it. That's a really nice comment, man. That made my day. It's an automatic bid, bro. It's not anymore. You outed yourself. It's not an automatic bid anymore. It's not. They take the top 5 conference champions. Okay. They no longer take its guaranteed Power 4 anymore. So what's going to happen if Duke wins is they're going to take the top 5 conference champions. They're going to take Big 10, SEC, Big 12. They're going to take JMU, and they're going to take Tulane because Tulane is ahead of the rankings than Duke, and also JMU is as well. They changed the rules this past offseason. So Power 4 schools are not guaranteed anymore. It's just the top 5 conference champions in general based on the rankings. Okay. That's what it is. Do you think Rule spends too much time on podcasts? During the year he does, sure. During the year. He should not have been on podcasts during the year. That's stupid. That was dumb. And again, he should have known that. He should have had the sense to know that. He should have had the sense to know if he had a podcast during the year and you go out there and have a stinker performance, that people are going to go at you for that. And I remember after the Iowa game, I go to his podcast and there were like hate comments everywhere. And then I go back to the podcast yesterday to check it out, and he deleted all the comments. He deleted all like the people who were saying you shouldn't be doing this. Oh man, yeah, the podcast is bad. Like I don't care if he does that in February, but during the season, come on, man. Come on. With next year's much tougher schedule, what is everybody comfortable with for a record? Probably seven. Who's the Italian guy who talks with the most podcasts? I don't know, bro. He's like a Eagles guy or something. He's like an Eagles guy or something. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. If we poach an established starting quarterback to replace Dylan, who do you think? Yeah, I mean, I want to make this very clear. I saw some comments earlier about this. It's not going to be Sam Levitt. It's not going to be some big time quarterback transfer like some people are going to want. Like that's just not what it's going to be. Okay. So people will want Sam Levitt. They'll want DJ Lagway, if he enters. They'll want some big name. Like if we get rid of Dylan, we'll get a transfer probably, but it's going to be somebody who only costs like $500,000, only $1 million. We're not going to get a top dollar quarterback. We're going to get somebody coming here, compete with TJ, and then we're going to probably hand the keys to Trey Taylor as a true freshman. That's probably what it's going to be. So, yeah. What happened with Micah and Donnie? I don't know. I don't even know if I want to even talk about that. I know I tweeted about it. I don't know, man. That's a huge deal. It's yeah. I'll just say again, I told you guys for a long time now, you either love Donnie or you hate Donnie. Micah hated Donnie, and that's kind of Donnie's fault that Micah hated him. And you could argue that Micah should have been playing the majority of the season, but it was because of Don. I don't even know. There are some serious accusations, and I don't want to do it because the Raiola family might get mad at me. The Raiola family watches my videos, and I think they're already kind of mad at me a little bit. Maybe I think Don might be mad at me because I was talking about Raiola entering the portal. So I don't know. I want to watch my words, because that's a family I don't want to. That family got connections, so I might as well not. I might as well not. That was a weird comment. It's a weird comment. Any thoughts or intel on interviewing Pry? I haven't heard anything about Brent Pry. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, wouldn't be shocked if he's a candidate, but haven't heard anything really. Anything legit. Anything legit. Lenore Sellers, Julian saying again, we're not getting a top dark quarterback. And Julian says it's not entering the portal. Lenore might, but we're not going to get him. We're not going to get him. You think Ahmad Hudson's going to commit? I mean, again, it's a long process, man. You never know. You never know nowadays. But my man Trey Taylor pulled up to yesterday's live stream, gives us a little bit of an update. So I try to tell you guys, like, you just never know who's listening to the live stream. Like we were talking about Trey Taylor last night. And Trey just pops in the chat, so we're talking a little bit. But no, all the majority of the players watch my stuff. So that's why I kind of sometimes I feel kind of bad if a player doesn't really play well. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers who lies to your face. Like if a player sucks and has a really bad ball game, I'll say something about it. Like these guys are getting paid a lot of money. Like I'm not gonna. I think that's lame when like people like dance around the fact like a player's not very good. Like I'll tell you a player's not very good, but I feel bad about it because like most of the players watch my stuff, and then I'm like, oh man, that's kind of mean of me to say, but. If a player's not good, I gotta say something, right? It's just the way it goes. This is college football. This is Nebraska football. So, it's Nebraska football. Big shout out to WilsonDittman for your hard work all year. Yeah, man. Again, this is the beginning, man. I try to tell you guys, like, this is the beginning. Like, I know everybody gets hyped for the season, but this channel, we thrive in the off season. We thrive when it's hard for other people to make content. We thrive in December. We thrive in January. We thrive in July. We thrive in April. So being a YouTuber is kind of made me enjoy the entire process, maybe enjoy the entire year, because this is when I start to, I really, really start to lock in around December. You know what I mean? But also with that being said, I am deathly nervous that we're gonna get some breaking news while I'm sitting here in my finals tomorrow. I'm nervous that I'm gonna be, or not I'm gonna be taking a final on Monday. I'm gonna be worried that the Dylan Rod's gonna enter the portal while I'm taking my finance final or something, my counter final. I'm worried about that, but it's gonna be a busy week for me in the classroom, and also likely with Nebraska football, there's gonna be some busy portal entries. My man Ernie, shout out to Ernie, my guy over there holding it down in Buford. That's my guy Ernie. That is my guy. Will Compton's one of the best ambassadors for the program. I do like Will Compton. Yeah, I don't get the Will Compton, how people don't like him. I like him. Like maybe you could say he's a little bit extravagant, but he helps the program in a lot of ways. How good of a recruiter is Jeep compared to Donnie? I've heard some good stuff. I've heard some good stuff around Jeep. I can't believe his name is Jeep. I'm gonna forget his name so much. It's Jeep. What's his last name? Jeep. See, I've already forget it. Jeep Wade. Okay, let's say that 10 times so I don't forget it. Jeep Wade. His name is Jeep Wade. Nebraska's new offensive line coach is Jeep Wade. Okay, there we go. So I don't forget it now. Anyways, I think he's a good recruiter. Both are really good recruiters. I don't think it's gonna be a huge step down. The only issue is that we're going to have to build these relationships out from scratch now with a lot of these recruits in the 27 class. Like, we're going to have to build up a brand new relationship with Kennedy Brown, with Mark Matthews, with Albert Simeon, with, who's the offensive lineman coming out of Colorado? With Reese Russell. So, again, that's the only tough thing. So, we're going to have to build these relationships up from scratch. It's going to be tough sledding. First, Dom is loyal, sending his son here, even though probably bigger offers. Second, we all knew Fam came first. Ohana, we had to step up to the plate the first go around, not to get crazy insane discounts. I mean, I agree with you a little bit, Ernie, but that was more so Dylan's decision. Dom kind of wanted him to go to Georgia. Dylan had that had a change of thought at the last second. Also, again, I don't get around the fact that Dom's really loyal to Nebraska. I don't know. Again, I know you're tied with the Raiolas already, so I know you're got a personal connection with them, but I can't buy into the fact that Dom's still very loyal to us. I don't with his track record as of recent, I don't buy into that. But I appreciate it, Ernie. You know that. I appreciate you. You're my guy. You're my guy. You're my guy. Is Dylan and Donovan a package deal at the next school? No, because Donovan's not going anywhere. Where's Donovan going to get hired to? Like Tulane? To Kennesaw State? Like, Donovan's not going anywhere. He's not going to any good school. He might be an assistant offensive line coach in the NFL, but no, I don't think Donovan's going to follow anywhere. He might be unemployed. You might know. You never know. You never know, man. How do you feel losing Donovan's going to affect the 27 class? I mean, it'll hurt a little bit. It'll hurt, but as long as we got Trey Taylor, I think we're fine. As long as we got Trey, we're fine. If Trey decommits, then we're cooked. Then we're cooked. Who wants to be our new defensive line coach? I mean, it's tough. It's tough to say. I think, honestly, whoever we hire as our new DC is going to bring somebody alongside him. So it's not even worth bringing up. You watching the Indiana-Ohio State game, end of the third, Indiana up 13-10. You guys want to react to it? We might react to it during the live. We might do that. We might stay on live and just do a watch party. Watch party of that game. I'm down if you guys are down. I'm down. I'm watching it right over here on my screen. I'm watching the ACC championship game too. I'm down if you're down. Do you think the salad streak ends after next season? They'll never let it die. So no, they'll never let it die. Salad streak's been dead for years. Yeah, it's been dead for a while. We showed up this year. We did not have a game this year where it looked like a fake sellout, but we've had some in the past. Like, there were multiple fake sellouts in 2022 and 2023. Like, I remember I was at the Purdue game in 23 in Matt Rhule's first season. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was so cold. It was probably 10 degrees. And it was there were probably like 40,000 fans there. It was embarrassing. And they called that a sellout. I've never seen it that empty. It was, and I remember this explicitly. It was the second quarter, and they always do like congratulations, Nebraska fans, you're a part of an ongoing tradition, the longest sellout streak in college football. And they did that for the Purdue game, and everybody's like gasping, like, how in the world is this a sellout where there's like 20,000, 30,000 in the stadium out of 90? It was crazy. There wasn't even 50% in there, man. that was crazy. That was crazy. My man H321, thank you for the super chat. He says, who do you want to win, Indiana or Ohio State? I mean, I want Indiana for sure. I want Indiana. But I honestly think Indiana is going to be one of the situations where we root for Indiana this year, but if they win this ball game and they make a run this year, we're not going to root for them anymore. Because then, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And Indiana's become the villain really quickly. They will. They will. They will. Where was that? Why don't we bring back Coach Brown? Which Coach Brown? What was his first name? We've had a lot of Coach Browns. Ron Brown? Ron Brown? It's been all downhill since Callahan. I'd say it's been all downhill since Pelini. What up, Wilson? Who are your top 3 quarterbacks out of the portal? I'd say the Western Carolina guy we talked about earlier today. I forgot his name. There's just a lot of quarterbacks who haven't entered yet. That's the problem. There's one from Old Dominion who's tough, but he's going to get a lot of money. He's probably not going to go here. We'll see. I want an FCS transfer. Give me an FCS stud transfer who will not cost a lot of money, who can come here and compete. I don't want like a top dollar guy, because there's no reason for a top dollar guy if we're not willing to pay Dylan Riley extra money. Why are we going to pay extra money for a transfer? So give me someone who's only worth like $1 million to go up here and compete. That's all I want. Who would be tougher, LSU with Lane or Utah? Well, Lane's not going to coach in the bowl game, probably. Utah's tougher. Utah's tougher, especially because, again, this is likely going to be Utah's last ride with Kyle Whittingham. So, yeah. Are there more assistant coach firings coming, or is down to the end of it? I do think if Terry Bremwitz, Austin Dunn will be fine. I think there's one more. But everybody else will be here. Ooh, Mendoza makes a tough play. Okay, I see Mendoza. If Mendoza wins this, he's Heisman. He's Heisman bound. Give him the Heisman. Give him the Heisman. Give him the Heisman. Did Scott Frost hire Donovan because of Dylan? He did. He did. Yeah, that was the whole reason, because Dylan was this big time recruit. And that's the entire reason we hired him. Yep. Because we've been going after Dylan since he was a sophomore in high school. We've been going after him for a very long time. I remember they had like a Friday Night Lights camp. I think it was in 2021, and Dylan came before he was even a 5-star, before he was even known. And he was throwing like bombs, 67-yard bombs, and everybody said, "Oh my gosh, he might be special." That's when this all started. That fateful day. Let me find that. I want to find that clip. Let me find that clip of Dylan Raiola Friday Night Lights with Scott Frost. Scott Frost pulled him aside at Friday Night Lights. Let me find this. Where is this? Where is this? Here we go. Here we go. This was the day that started everything. June 18th, 2021. This was before Dylan was a 5-star, before all the speculation. He showed up on a Friday Night Lights camp and was just special. He was special. And then there's a photo where there's a photo coming around or that was released of like Scott Frost pulling him aside. Scott Frost was so impressed by Dylan, he brought him to the indoor facility to have him work out. See, look, Dylan should have been an offensive lineman. Man, he had his dad's build. He has dad's build. He should have been an offensive lineman, man. Dylan would have been a killer offensive lineman. Would have been killer. I'm just kidding. Hold on, this was watch. Let me see this. Uh-oh. Oh, it got deleted. Anyways, that's when it all began. That's when it all began. Seems like a long time ago. And it kind of was a long time ago, to be honest with you. Kind of was. Prediction for basketball tomorrow. Give me Crayon by 15. Give me Crayon by 15. I told you guys last night, the only years Nebraska beats Crayon are the years that nobody expects Nebraska to win. Those are the years. The years where people start to get hyped up by Nebraska basketball, that's when kind of Crayon comes in there and whoops butt. And Crayon really plays well on the road. For whatever reason with this series, whenever they play at CHI, Nebraska wins. Whenever they play at the Lincoln, Crayon wins. So I got to go with Crayon. I'm biased. I'm a J-skirt, but I root for both teams. I don't even know who I'm going to root for tomorrow, to be honest with you guys. I'm just going to root for a good game. Because usually when Nebraska plays Crayon, I usually root for the underdog, and usually that's Nebraska. But this year, Crayon's the underdog. So, I don't know. Again, but I root for both teams. I do. I root for both teams. I have to. I go to Crayon. I have to root for Crayon. I have to, in some fashion. But I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to root for tomorrow. I was gonna make a video about it. I was gonna make a video about the game tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that anymore because I don't know. We'll see. I might. We'll see if I make a video about it. People want basketball content. They do. Any word on Dayton? What if Dylan stays? Where would Dayton go? If Dylan stays, Dayton's come back. That's the word on the street. But it's going to be package deal. If Dylan leaves, Dane's following him. If Dylan stays, Dylan's probably going to come back. If Dylan stays, Dane's going to come back. Oh, tongue twister. What's your top defensive coordinator choice? Probably Leonard, but again, I just don't know how realistic that is. You know? Don't know how realistic that is. I don't know too much about football, but I said the O-line couldn't protect Dylan very well, and Donovan coached the O-line. I think following his uncle is probably not a great idea. Again, well, he's not following his uncle because his coaches, he's not following his uncle because his uncle's not going anywhere. His uncle is going to be unemployed, or his uncle is going to be an assistant somewhere. So no, they're not going to follow him. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I want to see if there's any news that's been released over these past couple of bits. Ooh, Diego Pavia is now the favorite to win the Heisman, apparently. What? How is that even possible? Okay, is there anything interesting? I don't know. Nothing. Nothing. Nobody's texting me anything. Sometimes I get texts from players during my live stream, but nothing. Nothing today. Why did V9 and Mekhi have sophomore slumps? Well, V9 was banged up, and Mekhi might not even be that good. But he got redshirted, so he didn't really have an opportunity to prove himself otherwise. Wilson, who should get the last 2 spots in the playoffs? Bama, Notre Dame, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Bama, Notre Dame. Even though Bama looked pretty bad today, but still, they play Georgia. Wilson, what's your long-term vision and goal for the channel? There is no long-term vision, man. Just have fun, produce good content, you know, and we'll see where it takes me, man. I don't know. We'll see, man. It's been a ride. It's been a fun ride, but I don't know. I don't know how long it'll go. I don't know. Might be a full-time gig when I graduate. Might not be. So I'm just kind of doing it years at a time, and then we'll just kind of figure it out once I graduate college. So, yeah. Long-term vision, though, is grow it as quick as possible, have fun, produce good content. That's about it. That's about it, man. What other DCs are being looked at? Again, we'll talk about tomorrow on the channel, Dallas, but again, Collins is the one I've heard. Jeff Collins. Do you think Raiola goes to another Big Ten school? No, I think he'll go closer to home. Again, Miami, Texas Tech, Oregon. Those are the 3. What Big Ten school will take him? It wouldn't be Ohio State. It wouldn't be Michigan. USC probably won't take him. They have a really good freshman quarterback in Longstreet. So again, Oregon's a Big Ten school. So Oregon's a possibility, but that's really about it. Oregon's the only one. Oregon's the only one. I think Georgia wins the Natty. I think whoever wins this game is going to win the Natty. That's what I think. I think whoever wins this game is going to win it. Solich was subpar to revisionist history. I agree with that. Again, Solich got dealt as good of a hand as you could possibly get. And again, he was average. But I mean, he had a great season 2001, but it is a little bit of revisionist history because people forget that again back in 2003 it wasn't a huge shocker that he was fired. People forget that. And again, I was not alive in 2003, but again, from the conversations I've had with people who were alive in 2003 with my father, with my grandpa, like that people, the majority of the fan base kind of wanted him out after 2003. So yeah, I agree with you. It's revisionist history. I do. I think Bo Pelini's kind of the same way. Where at the time, Bo Pelini was kind of shocking, but most people wanted Bo Pelini. Most people were tired of his antics. And then kind of now we start to realize kind of how good of a coach Bo Pelini was in a revisionist history form. But yeah, sometimes it takes some time to realize how good of a coach actually is. I think Solich is a good coach, but again, he got down as good of a hand as you're ever going to get, and he didn't really do much with it. You know, he kind of sustained it, but didn't really make it any better. But with that being said, Solich is still a Nebraska legend forever. He still is. He's a Nebraska legend. Great coordinator. Great man. I don't think he was terrible, but yeah. I'm excited for the portal. I am too. If you were a betting man, who do you think's our next DC? If I was a betting man, I would not put any money on this whatsoever. If I was a betting man, I would not even touch it. That's my response to that. If I was a betting man, I would not do anything about it. I'll tell you that much. Hold on, I want to put the score of the Indiana game on the screen real quick. Bear with me here for a second, guys. I'm going to try to figure out something here in my streaming software. Let's see if I can figure this out. Display capture. Okay, this is not it. Uh-oh. I've done this once before. I want to put the score of the game on the screen. Window capture. This might be it. This might be it. Okay. Okay, here we go. I got the score. And now I'm like an old guy here trying to figure this out. Like old. Hold on. How do I crop it? Gosh, I forgot to do that. Dude. Maybe I'll just... I forgot how to crop this. I feel like a noob. I don't do this much. Okay, that's not the way I want to do it. Whatever. I'm just giving up on that. I'm giving up on that. Makes me look like a noob on my live stream. Like I've never touched a streaming softboard before in my entire life. trying to crop it on the screen. Trying to crop it on the screen. Do you think if Osborne didn't retire at 65, Nebraska would have won another natty? Probably. Again, I wasn't alive, but I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, they probably would have won 2001. They probably won 2001. They might have won 1999. They might have won 1999. That's what I can tell you. That's what I can tell you. Buckeyes will win this. I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll watch it. We'll do a little bit of a live stream. We'll do a little bit of a live reaction here. Cause I got it over here. I got it over here. I wanted to put the thing on the screen, but I just don't know. I can't crop it. I don't know how to crop it. All right, we'll get in the comment section while we watch here. Bro hating on Bo for no reason. Man, I wasn't hating on Bo. Why did Evan Cooper get fired? He was a nefarious individual. I'll say that. Nefarious. He was a nefarious man with nefarious activities with women. I'll say that. Is it too late for Trey to reclass? Yes, it is too late. And honestly, it's a good thing he's not going to reclass. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm probably a little bit behind you guys in the game. I'm watching 3rd down Nate right now. 3rd down Nate. Julian Sane drops back, looking to pass all day in the pocket. Rolling to right. Now he's going to run. Now he throws it at the last second for the first down. God, for a completion. I don't even know who that is. Number 17. Is that Carnell Tate? I don't even know. Innis. That might be Innis. Who's number 17? Oh, that is Carnell Tate. It is Carnell Tate. 1st down, Ohio State. 1st down. Bo's career is tarnished by the leaked audio clip. Yeah, that's really what did it. That's what did it. People, I mean, everybody hated Bo. Everyone hated him. 1st down, 10, Ohio State, right up the middle to Bo Jackson. Gets a gain about 3. Gain about 3 for Bo. Bo Jackson's such a killer name, dude. If you are a running back named Bo Jackson, you got to be tough. You got to be tough. You cannot be an average player named Bo Jackson. You cannot be an average player being Bo Jackson. Okay, I really want to get this out. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try this again. I'm getting angry. I want to get this. I want to get it on the screen, but in a different way. Hold on. Window. Okay, this is it. Window capture. Window capture. This is what it is. Window capture. Okay, here we go. We're cooking. Again, I need to learn how to crop this. How do I crop this? I thought it was I'm pressing shift, and it's doing that. Dude, I'm telling you guys, I'm washed, man. I'm washed. I need to retire. I'm washed. Maybe it's tab? No. Oh, it might be this. No, it's not. Is there a way to crop it in here? Dude, I did this once before. I'm so washed. I gotta retire. All right, 3rd down 8, Ohio State. 4 minutes 40 left to go in the ball game. Julian Sane back there. Shotgun snap, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fake handoff, get it over to Jeremiah. So he's going to pass. He's looking to pass. Throws it back over to the right-hand side of the football, or it's right side of the field. They get it over to Bo Jackson. He is short of the first down. Multiple flags on the field. And it's going to be a 4th down and 1 if this were to stand. But we will see what these flags are all about. We'll see what these flags are all about. The refs are discussing. The zebras are discussing right now. We would beat Florida State in 1999. I agree. Yeah, if we had Tom, that would have been the year. That would have been the year. Where's the Nebraska basketball video? If we win tomorrow, man, maybe. If we win, but I gotta get back. I gotta get back to campus though. Way behind Wilson. Yeah, I don't think I'm behind, but this live stream is behind a little bit. So, but that you guys can watch the game and then you'll see my reaction to the game. So you just keep it as is. Keep it as is. You can wait to see my reaction. Who's going to the meet and greet with Rule and Emmett at the dry bar? Is that tomorrow? I saw that. I'm not going. 1st down and 10. Oh, they called it in Ohio State's favor. Bo Jackson. Ooh. Man, that man's tough. Gained about 7. Now they're at the 10-yard line. Ohio State, they are in business. They are in business. Go to a split screen. Dude, you're asking me to do too much. I could do this. I could do this not on live, but I'm looking like a noob. Okay, I hope they take a timeout here so I can configure this here. Split screen. I'm gonna work around with this. Hold on. Window capture. See, that's what it looked like if it's split screen, though. That's the problem. 2nd down and 2 for Ohio State. Right up the middle of Bo Jackson. He's right around the 1st down marker, the 8-yard line. He's going to be just a little bit short. Just a little bit short, likely. Okay, we'll do this. Now that doesn't work though because people can barely see. Again, if I could crop this, it would work. I feel like there's a way to crop it here. I just don't know how. I just don't know how. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop messing around with it. All right, 3rd down and 1 for Ohio State at the 9-yard line. Big heavy set formation. Play action. Saints looking to pass. Those are the end zone. Tipped up in the air. Incomplete. Indiana's defense steps up. Great play by number 21. Who is that? Is that Pons? I don't even know. It's going to be a 4th down and 1 inside the goal line. Big decision now for Ryan Day and the Buckeyes. Should they take the points? Do they tie this one up or do they go for it in the Big Ten championship game? Everything on the line. Everything on the line in Indianapolis. How much time's left in the ACC championship? 6 minutes left? I'm watching. Oh, they're taking the field goal. Here we go. It's a 27-yard attempt for Ohio State. Tie the ball game inside the red zone. The kick is up. Good snap, good hold. Up and oh, he misses it. Oh my gosh. What? They just missed a 27-yard field goal. They just missed a 27-yard field goal. They just missed a chip shot for the Big Ten championship to tie this one up. Oh my gosh. That kicker, man. Holy cow. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was hoping he was going to make it because I wanted overtime. Wow. 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 I can't believe that. I can't believe that. How to crop in. Oh, here it is. Where's my, oh. Okay, guys, I figured out how to crop. Here we go. I'm gonna do what I was trying to do this entire time. Okay, we're going to duplicate. There we go. Okay, here we go. And then bang. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Shoot. There we go. There we go. That's what now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking, and then we're going to put this right up here. Beautiful. Now we're cooking with gas, folks. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted to do. That's exactly what we wanted to do. There we go. We figured it out. We figured it out. Oh shoot. But I can't change the screen now. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna change this. Dude, what? Now I'm just trying to do too much. There we go. There we go. Okay, back to the comment section. My dad says Ohio State will go ballistic on Day. They probably will. They hate him, dude. They hate him. I don't know why they hate him so much. He just won the national championship, and they hate him. They hate him. They hate him. They wanted him gone after they lost to Michigan last year. They wanted him gone after they lost to Michigan last year. Don't think we forgot that. Don't think we forgot that. Okay, here we go. First and 10 now for Indiana. 2 minutes 40 left to go in the ball game. Ohio State has all 3 timeouts. They give it off to Hemby. Gets a gain about 5. Gets a gain of about 5. Or excuse me, that's Kalon Black. Duke interception. Duke 2nd and 1, 1st and goal. Are you kidding me? Oh, they are. I see it on my other screen. Duke's about to win the ACC championship. That is the worst outcome for the ACC. I told you guys, what I say yesterday, I said, I'm picking Duke in this ball game. I'm picking Duke. 2nd and goal now for Duke. They're up 17-10 to give it right to the middle. He's stuffed at the goal line. Now it's going to be about 3rd down and goal at the 5. At the 5. At the 5. We got a super chat here from my man Jackson. Thank you for the super chat, $10. You guys want to cover instantly, put in a super chat. My man Jackson, he says, #1 Purdue loses to Iowa State basketball at home by almost 30 points earlier today. I did not even see that. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. Again, it's so wide open right now. College basketball is so wide open. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't even watched college basketball that much this year so far. I haven't watched it that much because I've been so locked in on football. I'm just too locked in. Too locked in on football. I'm driving by South Point right now. Wilson, what do you think about that hotel? I saw it, man. It looks cool. It looks cool. I'll let you know. I'll let you know within these next couple of days what's going to happen with if I'll go to Vegas or not. It'd have to be quick. It'd have to be quick, like a quick trip, because again, I got to be back ASAP to cover the portal. So I got to be back ASAP to cover the portal. Will Matt Rule, now that he's developed some toughness, get rid of Satterfield and Ed Foley? Satterfield's actually not that bad of a tight end coach, so I don't really. He's not the worst. As for Ed Foley, I mean, Ed Foley's not even doing much anyways. He's like our in-state recruiter, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Dude, this is the longest commercial break of all time. Oh, is it the 2-minute warning? No, it's not even a 2-minute warning. Why'd they take a commercial break? Touchdown, Wilson. Do you have a Gus moment? Did I say touchdown? Did I say touchdown? I don't even know, man. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I've done like 6 videos today, dude. It's been like 6 videos today, dude. It's been a long day. I gotta record a couple tonight as well. Wilson, would you take Sean Callahan's job? No, probably not. How much are they paying me? If they pay me 6 figures, maybe. Do you guys think Sean gets paid 6 figures? I don't even think he does, honest with you. There's just not too much money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Georgia winning isn't that much better. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't even watch the SEC championship game because I was too busy making videos. I was too busy making videos today, so I watched like bits and pieces of it, but because I had it on my screen over here, but I wasn't really watching it. I knew Georgia was gonna win. We're back in Indianapolis for the Big Ten Championship. The undefeated Indiana Hoosiers against the undefeated Ohio State Buckeyes. #1 versus #2. Some would say this is the brand new game of the century. We are back. Fernando Mendoza at quarterback. Second down in 5 for the Hoosiers. Mendoza shotgun snap. Takes the snap. Gives it over to the running back Hemby. Or no, he keeps it himself. And gets stuffed pretty much at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3rd down and 5. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 for Indiana. Ohio State might get this football back, folks. And the Buckeyes take another timeout. Buckeyes take yet another timeout. Plenty of ad deals, Husker Online, YouTube revenue. Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sean probably makes 6 figures. He probably does. Yeah, YouTube. I mean, YouTube's lucrative. I'll say that. I would argue though. I think honestly, I probably. I don't know. I don't think their YouTube revenue is crazy though. Okay, what, Nickel? Why are you hating, man? I told you, I'm not behind. I think my YouTube live stream is behind. It takes some time for the YouTube live stream to transmit. I already told you guys, so you can watch the game ahead of me, and then I'll react to what happens. You just wait for my reaction. I can't speed up how the YouTube stream gets to you guys. Not during the live stream. I could if I started, but it's all about latency. Here we go. 3rd down and 6 now for Indiana. Need this 1st down, or else the ball goes back to Ohio State. Mendoza, once again, back in the game after injury in the 1st quarter. Takes the snap, looking to pass. All day in the pocket. Now throws it up. Fade ball. Got been caught. It is caught. Is that Elijah Surratt? 1st down and 10 for Indiana. That's number 80. That's Charlie Becker. He's had a heck of a season. Heck of a season. Charlie Becker's a stud, man. Jump ball, Indiana 1st down. That's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. And one more 1st down will do it. If Indiana gets a 1st down, that's over. Because Ohio State only got 1 timeout left. It's over. But all we need is one more 1st down, though. It's not technically over just yet. You know what's funny today, guys? When I tweeted something out, I said, I think I tweeted Nebraska football fans right now when Donovan was fired, and I tweeted out like a dancing emoji or something. And multiple Nebraska offensive linemen liked that tweet. Dude, the offensive linemen were I don't think a lot of them liked Donnie. I'm not gonna lie. It's unfortunate. That's just the business though. All right, Indiana, one more 1st down away from getting it done. Well, we're also reacting to the ACT championship game. It's right now 20-10. Duke is winning, which is probably the worst case scenario for the ACC because they're going to be left out of the playoffs if Duke wins. Chandler Morris takes a snap, rolls right. Woo, finds a guy down the sideline. 1st down, 10 now for Virginia. Oh, they're going to say it's incomplete. I'm going to say it's incomplete. Ed Foley's our in-state recruiter. I thought Ed Foley went to live in the van down the river. Yeah, he's our in-state recruiter now. He basically just goes to high schools and promotes the good word of Nebraska football. That's kind of what they say, but really, he doesn't really do much. He really doesn't do much. It's just kind of a role to keep him on the staff. It's like, you want to know, this is why I kind of don't respect some coaches sometimes. Ed Foley gets paid probably like $200,000 a year to do literally nothing, while people are slaving away, working blue-collar jobs, getting paid $50,000 a year. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. That's me being unfiltered. But Ed Foley getting paid what he does to literally do nothing, twiddle his thumbs, and have a fun job while he's incompetent. It's a good. I mean, that's what's wrong with this country, frankly, folks. That's what's wrong with the country. I'm just messing with you guys, but Ed Foley, I mean, that's just what it is. Lindsay says, "What's up, Wilson? What's up, Lindsay? What's going on?" Conference champions don't automatically make it to the college football playoff. Not well. Okay, it's the best 5 conference champions. So again, it's the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC. They're going to make it, obviously. James Madison is going to make it, and now Tulane is ahead of the college football playoff rankings than Duke. So they're going to take Tulane over Duke, meaning that the ACC is going to be completely left out. So it doesn't even matter if Duke wins this game because Duke is not going to make it. The only way the AC can make it is if Virginia wins, and Virginia's probably cooked. So Virginia's probably cooked. Sad fact that 70 kids from Millard South signed to other schools. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate, dude. It's unfortunate. I'm proud of those boys, though. Those boys are gonna have a lot of success. And honestly, it might be in their best interest to not go to Nebraska. It might be their best interest. All right, first down 10 for Indiana. Ohio State has only 1 timeout left, 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Indiana just needs 1 more first down. It's over. They get off to the running back. He trips at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down and 10. That is black. They got to put my man Robin Hemi back in the ball game. Put Hemi back in the ball game. I can't. Indiana's about to, that's crazy. Indiana's about to get it done. I thought for a fact Ohio State was going to win. Ohio State got too much talent. Kirk Cinetti's different, though. I mean, what Kirk Cinetti has done, Kirk Cinetti might be the GOAT. He might be the greatest to ever do it at this rate. He might be the greatest to ever do it at this rate. What he's done in Indiana, I don't know if any other coach could have done what he's doing. I don't know if anybody else could do it. Clock is running, and Ohio State has only 1 more timeout. Second down and 10 now for Indiana. Give it back to the running back right at the middle. Ohio State stuffs it. He gets a gain of about 3, and it'll be about 3rd down and 7. Ohio State takes their last timeout with 1 minute 10 remaining. So assuming Ohio State gets a stop here on the 3rd down, they'll get the ball back with probably 30 seconds left to go with no timeouts. But you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that, like, honestly, the Big Ten championship doesn't even matter. I mean, it's cool to see these 2 teams play, but now in modern day college football, these championship games are irrelevant. I mean, I think they'll get rid of them in these next 5 years, honestly. Because there are more cons of playing them than pros. Like Oregon's probably not mad about not playing the Big Ten championship. They get a week off. They're probably okay with it. Even though it impacts the bye, I guess, a little bit. But some would argue that it's better to not have a bye. Because last year, every single team who had a bye lost. Virginia's driving. Let's see if they can make this competitive. I mean, this is Virginia. I mean, we've had some two pretty good games tonight. The other games kind of sucked, but these games are pretty good. I was convinced Vince was our guy. Where do we go now? Realistically, excluding Leonard. I mean, I have no idea, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea. I mean, there's Leonard. There's a lot of smoke there. We'll see. We'll see if that's valid. There's some smoke around Jim Knowles. Hold on, Virginia just did a classic PI play. They're gonna get a first down off of a Duke defender. Classic PI play. I kid. That's just a joke me and my dad have. You know, the PI plays, throw it up and drop PI. Anyways, I think it's gonna be a very underwhelming hire. That's what I'd expect. And Vince was really number 1 on their list, and they missed out on him, and it happens. But yeah. Big game, way better than the SEC championship. Yeah, the SEC championship was terrible. It was terrible, dude. It was terrible. The game wasn't even competitive. And again, watching Bama and Georgia play every year, doesn't that get repetitive to anybody else? Like, and also, I just don't think the SEC is going to have some garbage teams in the playoff this year. Alabama is probably going to be one and done. Oklahoma is definitely one and done. It's a joke that Oklahoma's going to make the playoffs. They suck. They stink. You know? I mean, the SEC is a trash conference. The fact that Oklahoma's going to make it over Vandy is crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Teachers should be making over 200K. I agree. Teachers work hard, man. My sister's gonna be a teacher. Teachers work really hard. That's one of those professions that you work really hard and you get paid nothing. It's unfortunate. It's the way it goes, though. It's life. It's life, man. Teachers are the real MVP. All right. 3rd down 10 for Indiana. Right the middle once again to block. He's going to get a gain about 2. It will not be enough. And Indiana will likely punt this football away. Ohio State will get the ball back with 20 seconds. I mean, they have a chance. Ohio State has a chance with 0 timeouts. With 0 timeouts, they got a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Dude. You're telling me there's a chance. Indiana takes the delay of game, or are they going to take timeout? They should take the delay game. Yep, they take the delay game. So with 24 seconds left, Indiana's going to punt. Oh, no, take a timeout, excuse me. So Ohio State's realistically going to get the football back with like 15 seconds left. And they really can only run like 3 plays at the very most. They at the best, they probably got to get to midfield and then throw up a Hail Mary. They're not going to get a field goal range to tie this one up. Wilson, do you think NU should offer the Ohio State quarterback Lincoln Heinrich from South Dakota? Yeah, that's a name that's like popped up like every single offseason. I don't know why he keeps coming up. I mean, he would be really cheap to bring in. But he only has like 1 year left. He's just like a stopgap guy. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but that's actually a good name though. I will remember that. Lincoln Heinrich, interesting. I mean, that's somebody who's brought up all the time. I'm going to put him in my notes. Okay, Indiana to punt. 4th down and 4, 24 seconds left to go in this ball game. We're almost there. We're almost going to crown a Big Ten champion. If you told me 2 years ago that Indiana's about to win the Big Ten championship to Ohio State, oh my gosh, imagine people's reaction. Really, really good pooch punt. Down at about the 14-yard line. Officially 16 seconds left, or excuse me, 18 seconds left. So, I mean, Ohio State, realistically, they got 3 or 4 plays, and they had to be out of bounds, or they got to get a first down and clock it. You got to clock it. Indiana's run a dime. Got 6 DBs out there, 3 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers. Julian Saint at quarterback. Heisman hopes, trying to keep him alive here. Takes the snap, has Oldie in the pocket looking. He's going to look deep. Now just throws a check down to his running back. Goes out of bounds for a gain of 1. That was stupid. That was an easy way to get 5 seconds off the clock. What are you doing? At that point, just throw something up. That's so dumb. 13 seconds. I mean, they can still run 3 plays here. But you got to go. I mean, what are the play calls? What are they even trying to do? Sane drops back. Well, once again, all day looking. Fires deep down the field, out about midfield. Goes up. It's basically a Hail Mary. Almost intercepted. And with 2 seconds left, they are going to have 1 more play to decide the Big Ten championship, and they have to go the entire length of the field. I mean, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's pretty much impossible. It's pretty much impossible. It's pretty much impossible. Don't want to say it's over, but it's almost over. 2 seconds left. Kirk Cincinnati is 1 play away from winning the Big Ten championship. He looks very angry. He looked very angry. He takes off his headset. He knows this is the last play. It's going to be the old hook and ladder here, folks. Old hook and ladder. Sand drops back, looking for somebody down the middle. He's all day now rolling rights. Just chucks it deep. What is he doing? Up in the air. It's actually caught by Jeremiah Smith, but then he gets stuffed. He is down. Indiana has done it. Indiana, the Indiana Hoosiers in Kirk Cincinnati's second year is on top of college football, the Big Ten championships, the undisputed best team in the world. They will enter the college football playoff as the #1 overall team. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Kirk Cincinnati with one of the greatest 2-year runs in the history of this sport. You got to respect greatness. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. We just watch history, guys. Gotta respect that, man. I love me some Fernando Mendoza. He's having a little I can't listen to his post-game talk here, but he talks like he's a politician. He's a good dude. And he just secured himself the Heisman. That's Heisman. He just secured himself the Heisman. He's looking directly at the camera too. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Are we going to react to the end of the ACC championship game here real quick, guys? Are we going to react to that? We might have to. We might have to. We might have to. We might have to. It's going on the wire here. We might have to. Yeah, I can't believe it. What was Ohio State trying to do there, though? What were they actually trying to do? Like a check down on first down when you're at the 10-yard line? You basically just wasted 5 seconds. Then you chucked up 2 balls to midfield for no reason. Like, what were they even trying? What did they think was going to happen? What did they think was going to happen? Yeah, Mendoza. Best quarterback in college football, says Gus Johnson. 2-minute warning down there in Charlotte. Duke is up 22-13. Our final conference championship of the night, and then we'll get out of here. And that's a pretty significant ball game because again, the ACC will be left out of the playoffs if they do in fact win. If Indiana can win it, why can't Nebraska? Well, I mean, they got a stud coach, man. I got a stud coach. And we do not have a stud coach. We have a good coach, but we don't got a stud coach. Google me. Google me. Google me. Diego Pavia pulled up to UFC and he said, "Put us in the playoffs." Diego Pavia is so funny, man. He's so funny. Honestly, though, Vandy got robbed. They should be in the playoffs, and they're not going to be allowed in. That's crazy. There's always SEC bias, unless it's Vanderbilt. There's no SEC bias for Vandy. It's like a fake SEC school. They must have not got the message. I feel bad for that kicker, though. That kicker is going to be clowned all night. He's probably going to get, I hate to say it, but Ohio State has such a toxic fan base. He's going to be getting some threats tonight for missing that chip shot. I hate to say it. I mean, they're going to be going after him, bro. Why is every quarterback Mexican? I don't think Mendoza is Mexican. I think he's Italian. I don't think he's. I mean, it's a Hispanic last name. He might be Spanish. Oh no, yeah. I think he's Italian. Fernando's Italian. One of my roommates his name Fernando. So or no, okay, never mind. My roommate's name is Francesco. So I mean, I don't know. What is his ethnicity? I'm not sure. I don't think most quarterbacks are Hispanic. I don't think that's the case. Somebody said somebody said Indiana will only win 8 games this year. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, to be fair, I was not super high in Indiana as well, but I thought they were going to win 10. I thought they were going to win 10 or 11. I didn't think they were going to be this good, though. I don't think anybody did. Indiana will certainly drop up some next year. I mean, sure. I mean, they're not going to replace him overnight. Mendoza's a stud, but they'll still be solid. When you got Cincinnati, you got Cincinnati. That's really the key. When you got a good coach, you found out pretty much half of the deal. Half of the deal. Somebody said Mendoza's Cuban. That's kind of random. Kind of random. Dude, these we need to get these companies to stop. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. Watching college football, it's like watching half ads nowadays. After every snap, there's an ad, and it's always like it's a 4-minute ad break. I don't know why that is. It's despicable. It's despicable, is what it is. It's despicable. See, the NFL, they do not have that problem. The NFL, and I'm not a huge NFL guy, but the NFL, what happens with the NFL is that they'll have ad breaks, but sometimes they'll only have like a 30-second ad break, and you'll still kind of see the game. There'll be like breaks in between the snaps. So, Duke. Let's see. Virginia has 2 timeouts left. We have 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. First snap by Duke, run up the middle, gain about 1. There's a flag on the field. It's going to be a false start on Duke. We'll see if Virginia gets the football back. We'll see. I want to read my comment section from earlier today in my earlier video. So I want to see if there's any crazy. I didn't even read my comment section from earlier today. I'm sure there's some interesting comments. I'm sure some interesting. Somebody said fake news. Fake news. I get some crazy comments sometimes. I don't even respond. Like some comments I get and they just piss me off. And like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll read like a stupid comment, I'll respond. I'll be like, I'll say something snarky. Cause like I hate when I wake up, I look at my comment section, I'll see some just weird stuff from some people. Well, I mean, covering football for so long, everybody thinks they're the expert. And people know, I think a lot of people do know football, but it's like, man, some people just genuinely think they know everything. It's like, if you knew everything, you'd be in my shoes. And I don't even know everything. Oh, shoot. I forgot what's going on in the Duke game. 3rd down and 8. They're going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and Virginia's going to get the football back. Virginia will have an opportunity to go down the field, tie it up, potentially go to overtime. Do you go to NU? I do not go to NU. I do not. I do not. WD, your thoughts on Corey Heatherman as the next Nebraska DC? Yeah, I heard him come up yesterday. I don't love it. I don't love it. And why would he leave Miami though? Why Miami's a better program than we are right now. So I don't think he would leave Miami for this job. Let's see this punt. Oh, beautiful punt by Duke. They pinned by the 4. Okay. So Virginia has 2 timeouts left. They'll have to go about 95 yards to tie this football game. Robert Salas, DC, no. No, I mean I would love him, but he's not coming here. He's not going from the Niners to Nebraska football. Come on. Who do you got for the championship? I mean, at this rate, it's hard not to pick Indiana, man. I got to go Indiana. I mean, it kind of depends how the bracket works out. I'm going to go. Well, is Texas Tech going to be a 3 seed or a 2 or a 4 seed? Because if Texas Tech is promoted to a 3, which I think is a possibility, I'm going to go Texas Tech, Indiana. But if not, I'm going to go. It's tough. I'm not super high on Georgia. I'm not super high on any of the SEC teams. Honestly, I think Texas Tech. I really do think Texas Tech and Indiana are the best teams. It could be a rematch of what we just watched. I could be Ohio State, Indiana again. That's probably what it's going to be. That's probably what it's going to be. But you never know. I mean, last year was unpredictable. Last year, Ohio State won, and they were like the 8 seed. So you just never know, man. You never know. All right, 1st down and 10 here for Virginia. 1 minute 15 left. Woo, nice little reception over the middle. They get down at the 25-yard line. Oh, a couple extra yards, get up to the 28. There's a flag on the field, though. Some laundry on the field. Some laundry. I'm not gonna lie. I barely watched Virginia this year. I feel like a casual watch because Virginia was so overrated all year long. They just skated by. So I mean, it wasn't even worth watching Virginia. I know like 3 players on the roster, max. Same deal with Duke. I know Mensah. That's really about it. Usually, I mean, it's just not even worth. These teams aren't great. Virginia just took advantage of a very easy schedule. First down and 10, 1 minute 10 left to go in the ball game here. They're at their own 28-yard line for Virginia. Need to go all the way down the field in order to tie this one up. Morris takes a snap, fires over the course of the middle. Oh, almost picked off and drops down to the floor. They wanted a PI, not going to get it. Oh, yes, they will. Late PI call. Really late PI call. Wow. That's egregious. That's egregious. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling y'all. They're going to rig this. They're going to rig this for Virginia. Because the ACC refs, you really think the ACC refs are not going to rig it for Virginia? They're going to rig it for Virginia. Because this is the only way. This is the only way they're going to make the playoffs if Virginia wins. So they going to do whatever it takes. And the ACC refs are the most corrupt refs in football. They were the same refs who fixed games last year for Miami. They fixed multiple games for Miami. First down, now at the 40-yard line. Virginia's own 40-yard line. Chandler Morris wants to get a quarterback shotgun snap. More receiver to the left, to the right, running back to the backfield. They're going to snap this football. What are we doing here? Morris takes a snap, play action. Excuse me, not play action. Gets over the middle to his running back. Oh, he's going to lose 5. Oh, break the tackle. Great play by the running back to get extra yardage. He's going to get close to midfield. It's going to be about a second down and a 3. Man, who is that running back? He's tough. He's tough. Who's that running back? Jamari Taylor. Okay. Name rings a bell. That reminds me. Did that Josiah Teasley stay with Virginia? The one we've tried to flip. Did he stay with Virginia? Did he sign with them? I never saw him flip. I think he probably did stay with Virginia. He probably did. Wait, let me look it up. Josiah Teasley, did he sign with Virginia? Oh, no, he flipped to Maryland. Wow. That's stupid. Flip to Maryland? That's really random and dumb. Why would you flip to Maryland? What? Who is in his corner saying, yeah, you should flip to Maryland over Virginia? That's ridiculous. Who names their kid Jeep? Or Jeep? I always forget his name. Jeepway. I think it's a nickname, honestly. Second down and second for Virginia. Once good shotgun snap. Throws it out to his running back on a wheel route. And is it caught? No, drops to the floor. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2. Tulane beat this Duke team. Yeah, I think they did. I think I remember that. Tulane's good, though. Tulane's playoff bound. Tulane's better than Duke. So. And you know what's funny? The ACC shouldn't even made the playoffs last year. If they had this current format, they wouldn't have made the playoffs last year because Clemson won that. Oh, nice play by the running back, gets a first down and more now at the 35. But again, if they had the same format last year, the ACC would have been left out again as well. So again, the ACC is awful. It's awful. And the ACC is going to be so bad. I mean, it's a clown league. If there's any team worth anything, they should get out of there, bro. I'm hungry, Wilson. Have you ever had In-N-Out burger? I have. I've had it once. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I think it's overrated though a little bit, Nathan. That's my hot take. I think it's a little bit overrated. The burger is solid itself, but I'm not a huge fan of the In-N-Out fries. And the shakes are. I had a shake. The shake was good. But my undisputed top 3 fast food, no question, You got to go Culver's. I'd say Culver's is up there, number 1. Five Guys, number 2. And then number 3, what's number 3? I had one in my head. Popeyes. Popeyes is 3. That's my top 3. Debate with the Wall. Debate with the Wall. That's the undisputed correct list, by the way. Undisputed correct list. I will debate anybody on that. And I'll defend my Popeyes as well. I'll defend my Popeyes. What do you think of VTech after sign day? Did Franklin do too much? Yeah, man. I mean, they got a heck of a class, dude. They got a heck of a class. Heck of a class. Culver's is ball knowledge, dude. Culver's is great. Culver's is number 1. Canes, I mean, Canes okay. I'm more of a Popeyes guy. More Popeyes, they got some more season on that. I'm more of a Popeyes guy, but I do like Canes. I do like Canes. I mean, I want to preface by saying this. I am not a fast food junkie. I do not eat fast food that often. Like maybe once every 2 weeks. But and honestly, the place where I go the most for fast food is probably McDonald's. All right, first down and 10 now for Virginia. Oh, fires right around the first down marker, incomplete. Man, Morse is, I mean, he's throwing these on a rope. He's throwing it on a rope. Now second down, 10, 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. Culver's cheese curds are insane. I don't know. I don't order the cheese curds. I like their fries. You like sushi? A little bit. No Runza. I don't know. I mean, Runza's okay, but I wouldn't say that. Is Danny Kalen still Virginia? He is. He started a ball game for them this year, and he played okay. He had like a 70-yard run or something. It's crazy. Second down, 10 now, 40 seconds left. More scrambling to the right. Sidearm pass complete at the right sideline. Game about 6. It'll be about a third down and 4 now for Virginia. Clock. Did he get out of bounds? I think they took a timeout. Well, no, he did get out of bounds. Wow. Did get out of bounds. Whataburger? I've never had Whataburger. I'm not going to lie. I've heard it's good, though. Steak type of guy? Yeah, steak's undefeated. Third down and 4 now for Virginia. 36 seconds left to go in the ball game. Morris takes the snap. Throws to his left. Jump ball. Oh, a little bit too high. No penalty, and it'll all come down to fourth down and 4 with 32 seconds left to go in the ball game. Five Guys mid. Oh, that's such an L take. That is an L take. Five Guys is undefeated. You do not disrespect Five Guys in this chat. You do not disrespect Five Guys. Five Guys is so expensive, but it's worth every penny, man. Best fries, best burger. They got like other stuff too, but I don't order the other stuff. So, fourth down and 4, 32 seconds left to go in the ball game. Here we go. Chandler Morris over the middle, complete for the first down. Virginia's alive. They're scrambling to get to the line of scrimmage here. Clock's about to run. 28 seconds left. They snap. It's a real snap. They're not going to spike. They throw it up to the end zone on a fade ball. Beautiful catch. It's complete. Virginia with a touchdown. They tie this up. Well, they're going to tie it up after the PAT. And we might have overtime in Charlotte, North Carolina. The AC championship on the line. Hold, the refs are getting involved. Are they going to say he stepped out of bounds? The refs are getting involved. What's going on here? He did step out of bounds. But was he forced out of bounds? That's the question. Was he forced out? This is like Brandon Riley 2.0. Was he forced out? They got to talk about this. Let's be real, everybody. Even if he did step out, they're going to call it in their favor because they want Virginia to win. I said it. I said it, guys. I said it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're going to rig this for Virginia. They're not even going to review it. So what did I tell you guys? They're not even going to review it. They're not even going to review it. That's crazy. That's crazy. What I tell you guys, they're rigging this game in front of us. They're rigging it. And you know what's terrible? Virginia shouldn't even make the playoffs. Virginia's going to get exploited against any team they play. They're terrible. They suck. They stink. We need Duke to win. Dude, I already know Twitter's probably going nuts right now. Yeah, the ACC. Ooh, man. Ooh. They're rigging this in front of our eyes, folks. They are rigging this in front of our very own eyes. This is a late ball game. It's like 12 o'clock over there. We're going to overtime, more likely than not. Canes over Chick-fil-A. I don't know. They're cool. It's both close. IHOP, Whataburger, KFC. I don't agree on KFC. IHOP's kind of underrated. Who's our next DC? We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll talk about tomorrow. What about Canes? Canes okay. And disappointed here you go to McDonald's. Man, McDonald's is cheap, dude. Like if you know how to work the app, you can get 2 McChickens and a medium fry for $4. And I'm a cheapskate, so Slim Chickens, Canes. Ball. Slim Chickens. What do you know about Slim Chickens? They got that at Crane recently. Duke with the kickoff return. Oh, why did he even return that? He gets stuff at the 10-yard line. They're just going to knee it and go to overtime. I don't even know why he returned that. I don't even know why they returned that. Tony White fired? No, he was not fired. He was not fired. What about Panda Express? I do like Panda Express, but I never really go there, to be honest with you. But when I have had it, it's been pretty good. So. All that cheap McDonald's is sitting in your. What is David? Watch your mouth, buddy. Watch your mouth, dude. What is he, David? What are you even talking about, bro? Wilson, I hope you hit up Runza every now and then because these Southeastern peeps, we can't get that nostalgia. I mean, Runza's okay. I mean, it's just it's okay. All right, we got overtime football, folks. We wouldn't have it any other way. Overtime football. Dude, I gotta record tonight, man. But we gotta go as long as this is going, man. We gotta keep it rolling. The show doesn't stop. We will end when this game is over. We will watch this game, man. Parker's Barbecue. Never heard of it, man. I'm a big barbecue guy, though. I'm a big barbecue guy. I do like some BBQ. Chipotle used to be good. I can't get into Chipotle. I'm not gonna lie. I can't get into it. I just can't get into Chipotle. I mean, it's healthy, but it just tastes like a slop bowl. I don't really like rice. I don't really like rice. Famous Dave's is goated. Famous Dave's, dude. That's a poll. That's a W Omaha poll right there, dude. W Omaha poll. Now there's this. I'm a huge barbecue fan. There's this place right by my house. It's called Hog Wild. It's called Hog Wild in Omaha. That place is fire. If you guys are in Omaha, go to Hog Wild. That place is really good. I like barbecue. It's not the best barbecue in the world, but I like barbecue. So Hog Wild's good. Yeah, there's some other good spots in Omaha. Stella's is good. That's in Omaha for burgers. I don't know. I'll put you on. I know about food in Omaha. Omaha's an underrated food scene. Underrated. I'm talking about food though. I'm too skinny, man. I gotta put on some weight. I gotta get back in the weight room. See, I get so consistent in the gym, during the summertime and during the spring. But once I get back to college, I can't even go back. I can't even be consistent in the weight room because I'm doing YouTube. I'm doing my schoolwork all the time. I just don't have time, so I lose all my gains. We've Hog Wild in Lincoln. It's always dry. Man, you got to go to the one in Omaha then. You got to go to the one in Omaha. The one in Omaha is different. It is different. It's different. I'll put you on. Yeah, I'll put you on. We suck. We're talking about food places. What the? Dude, we're just having fun, man. We're having fun. We're enjoying. What are we supposed to talk about right now? We're watching this ACC championship game. There's currently we're in a commercial break, so we're chatting, man. We're chatting. We close at 8. Don't be late. Do you work at Hog Wild? Husker D, are you a Hog Wild worker? Where at? What Hog Wild? I'll pull up. If you're in Omaha, I'll pull up. I'll pull up sometime. Tell me when you're working, but you got to give me a discount. That's the only thing. You going to UNO? Nah, I don't go to UNO. I go to Creighton. I go to Creighton, my man. I do not go to Omaha, fortunately. You see Montana State player fighting with the head coach. I did see that. That was crazy, dude. That was crazy. That guy had to get kicked off the team for that. That's unbelievable. Spaghetti Works. I do like Spaghetti Works. Even people clown on Spaghetti Works. Like, people clown on it, but I do like Spaghetti Works. I like Zio's. I like Block 18, whatever that's called. Yeah. I like Dave's Hot Chicken. That's... I'll really eat anything, man. I'll eat anything. All right, back in overtime. Here we go. Duke has the football first, 25-yard line. We all know the rules. We don't have to watch the stupid Cheez-It thing telling us the rules. We all know the rules of overtime at this point. First down, 10, get out to the running back. Cool, nice little carry. Gets a first down. Going to be at the 15-yard line now. Give me some authentic Japanese cuisine. Yeah, you're not going to find that in Nebraska, dude. And if you did find it in Nebraska, it would be probably very suspect. I do not. The only thing I don't trust Omaha with is seafood. With seafood, I don't trust it. But steaks, I trust Omaha with steaks. First down and 10 now for Duke at the 15-yard line. We need Duke to win this football game. Mensah with the hard count, takes a snap, gives it right back to the running back out the middle. Nice little hole. He's going to get a gain of about 5, pushing the pile. Gets an extra 2. It's going to be about a second down and 3. Both teams got some nice running backs. Nate Shepard, is he a junior? He's a freshman. Ooh. He going to be in the portal. I can already tell you that. Nate Shepard, welcome to the transfer portal, buddy. Welcome to Nebraska. Welcome to Nebraska. Welcome to Nebraska, Nate Shepard. Welcome to Nebraska. Mama's Pizza. I live right by Mama's Pizza in Omaha. I live right by. That's my place. That's fire, dude. It's fire. Second down and 4. Mensah once again at quarterback. Shepard is had a heck of a day in the backfield to give it right back to him, right at the middle, shotgun snap. Gets the first down, a little bit extra, and he will be down to the 2-yard line. Duke is cooking with gas. They're cooking with gas. Bonefish Grill. Bonefish is good. I went to Bonefish a couple times for my birthday. I do like Bonefish. And that's a good poll, Corey. Shucks is good. I do like Shucks as well. I do like Shucks. But if you go to like California or Florida, the seafood there doesn't even compare. I mean, it's so much better. Dude, I went to San Diego two years ago. Dude, those seafood tacos, man, the fish tacos, unbelievable. First and 10 at the goal line, 1-yard line. They give it up the middle to the big running back, and he is stuffed. I believe that was Kevin O'Connor. So going to be second down and goal once again at the 1. Nebraska's the official beef state. It is, man. I mean, the steaks here are A+. A+. Also, A+ Mongolian Grill. If you know, you know. That's my poll. If you know, you know A+ Mongolian Grill. I would be shocked if anybody in the chat knows that. I'd be shocked. If anybody in the chat knows A+ Mongolian Grill, you're a real MVP. Mensah rolling right. Second down the goal line. He's looking to pass. He's going to have to throw it out of bounds. Makes a play for the end zone. It's caught. Is he in? They're going to say incomplete. I do agree with that. I think he was out of bounds. Do you plan on dropping merch? Maybe. Probably not. I don't know. I'm not like a big merch guy. I just don't. I mean, if I were to make merch, it would not like have my name on it or anything. It would be like, it would be like just cool Nebraska gear. It'd be like a Nebraska themed merch. That's what I would do. Let's go. People know A+ Mongolian Grill. Yes. We got a Miller South alum. That's my school. Oh, man. I gave it right in the middle. Oh, he got stuffed again. Duke is going to have 4th down. They have a decision to make. I think they have to go for it. They have to go for it. But I don't think they will, though. I don't think they will. In overtime, you got to go for it, man. You just have to. You have to. Who Hots? Buzzer Billy's is good. I do. Who Hot? I've been to Who Hot once. I remember I kind of liked Who Hot. Wilson, you from Lincoln or Omaha? From Omaha, man. All right, guys. 4th down and goal at the 2-yard line for Duke. They need this. They're going for it. I mean, this is kind of the ball game here, guys. If they don't get this, Virginia's going to kick a field goal and win. Men's side quarterback, shotgun snap. 3 receivers to the right, motion. What will they do? He's going to roll right, design roll right. He's looking. Can't find anybody. How to throw it to the end zone. It's caught. It's caught, Duke. It is caught. What a play call. Woo. Huge. Oh, there's a flag. Of course there's a flag. The ACC, they're coming in. They're rigging the game. The ACC's rigging the game, everybody. They're rigging the game, as we all knew they would. As we all knew they would rig the game. Oh, it's on Virginia. Never mind. It's on Virginia. Never mind. Never mind. It's on Virginia. They really wanted to call it on Duke. Oh wait, now they're changing it up. Are they going to change the call? What are they doing, bro? Yeah. Okay. Roughing the passer. Was just at Miller South for the basketball game tonight. Who they play tonight, man? Who they play? I'm not pulled to a basketball game this year. I've not stepped foot in Miller South High School since I graduated. So I might pull up to basketball at some point. I always like the basketball more than the football. Wilson, how tall are you? I'm 6'3". Extra point for Duke. This is very important. Got to make an extra point. Get your points. Up and good. Only Husker channel I'll watch. Seems like other YouTubers are scared to say the truth about anything. I mean, that's because everybody's bomb paid for. And I mean, yeah, we try to tell it like it is, you know? We just try to tell it like it is. We're optimists on this channel. We love the team on this channel. We're diehard fans of this channel, but again, if a player's not good, we'll say it, you know? I don't really feel the need to sugarcoat things. I mean, everyone's paid nowadays. They're my age, you know? It is what it is. What year did you graduate? 24. 24, my man. I do not like Miller South. Is it just me or is anybody else 50-50 on Lateef starting next year? I'm 50-50 on it too, and the staff is as well. Again, Lateef, trust me when I tell you, if Dylan leaves, we're going to bring in a transfer quarterback. Trust me when I tell you. That's the expectation. Did Crouch go to North or South? He went to South. Wilson, did you play football or basketball in high school? I did not. My Millard South is just too good. Come on, I can't compete. I could not play football at Millard South. Yeah. Dittman, you realize your channel is trending. I'm an old man. I send your channel to all my friends. Oh, I know that for sure, dude. I know that for sure. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed the interception. Why did they snap the football so quick? I thought they would go like immediate timeout, or they would wait like 2 minutes until after Duke scored a touchdown. Wow. I missed it, man. I missed it. It's over, man. Heck of a ball game, though, man. I mean, these two games are pretty good, dude. They're pretty good. All right, guys. We got to get out of here, man. I got to record some videos tonight, dude. I recorded some videos tonight, man. The grind never stops, never stops. So I got to get out of here, rest my voice, and get back at it. So let me know your final stuff. This is a fun live, guys. Just kind of kicking back, having fun, watching the games. I can't believe I missed the final play. I can't believe I missed the final play, man. I can't believe I was missing the final play. I can't believe I missed the final play. Wilson, what's your TV setup? I got, so my desk is right here. I have a laptop right here. I have a monitor right here. I have my ring light right here. I have my mic right here. And then my TV setup, this, of course, my actual couch that I sit and I play video games in and I watch TV. I have my main screen, which again is kind of, there's a wall right over here. And then I have two TVs, one of which is on a chair. It's kind of a dinky TV, but I got two monitors over here. So we got a nice little setup here in the basement. I can't believe I missed the final play. Dave Portnoy's unbearable. Yeah, he sucks, man. He's terrible. How'd you get into football? I just always loved football. I loved Nebraska growing up. Went to a million games. I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a channel. When I was 16 years old, I started working really hard on the channel. We just have grinded it, for 3 years now, and then everything else has come with it. So it's awesome. Hit the like button. Absolutely, man. Hit the like button on the stream, guys. Help us get to 200 real quick. 200 likes. This guy says this guy's a beta, explaining his whole setup to a casual viewer. Somebody asked, dude, that guy's a jerk, bro. What a weirdo comment. You're a loser. Don't come in here talking about me. I'll respond to you. Long legs. Get out of here, bum. Bro, get out of here. Can you dunk? I can touch rim. I can touch rim. All right. I gotta get out of here, guys. Been a fun night, been a fun live stream. Okay, so schedule for the channel going forward. I want to let you guys know what we're gonna do. We will be back tomorrow morning talking about the DC search, where we go from here. Then we'll have a general Raiola update tomorrow afternoon. Monday will probably have like a quarterback update. Again, it's gonna be just a lot of breaking news. I'm expecting Monday to be a very busy day. Monday gonna be very busy. I think we're gonna get some transfers on Monday. And I think we'll get we might even get a DC hire by the end of the week, to be honest with you. So it's going to be a busy week on the channel. It was a busy day. This was my second busiest day on the channel of all time. So thank you guys. I want to take this time to thank every single one of you guys for the support today, for the support always, man. It's going to be, I'm telling you guys though, this is just the beginning, right? Like it's going to be a crazy December. It's going to be a crazy December with the portal, with the coaching carousel. It's going to be a crazy January. So make sure you're staying in tune. And also, again, I don't promote this, but always put that bell notification on. So when I post these breaking news, make sure you get that on your phone. So take the time now to put that bell notification on. I'm sure most of you guys have subscribed. All right. That being said, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. My man, MBU. What's up, MBU? Duke, they're not going to the playoffs, dude. They're not going to the playoffs. They're cooked. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button on the way out. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock on the channel. Go Big Red. Go Matt Rule. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, Chapel says, don't forget to hype. I don't even know what the hype button does. I'm not going to lie. Please hype up the video with a new hype button. I don't even think it does anything. All right, see you guys. Have a good night.